more clouds gather on the Mideast horizon.
The U.S. in Israel has told its staff that it can leave the country and urged anyone considering departure to do so immediately as the threat of an American strike on Iran hangs in the balance. U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee told embassy staff in an email that discussions with U.S. State Department officials have led to a decision authorizing voluntary departures for those who wish to leave. The departure authorizations signal a new level of contingency planning as American aircraft and warships mass in the Middle East. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
It follows yesterday's third round of U.S.-Iran nuclear talks.
Negotiators from both countries met for several hours in Geneva, Switzerland, as the U.S. deploys a massive number of aircraft and warships to the Middle East. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Iran's foreign minister were involved in the indirect talks, with the Trump administration trying to convince Iran to halt its enrichment of uranium. The talks were mediated by Oman's foreign minister, who said negotiations will resume soon. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The government's producer price index, it's a measure of prices at the wholesale level before they reach consumers, rose a hotter than expected 0.5% last month. Yesterday it was Hillary. Today it's Bill Clinton's turn to testify before a House panel investigating Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. Hillary Clinton describes her 6-hour session as very repetitive. Pakistan's defense minister says his country is now in open war with Afghanistan. This after the two sides traded attacks and a dramatic escalation of tensions between the neighbors. On Wall Street, ahead of the opening bell, the Dow futures down 514 points. NASDAQ futures off 231. More on these stories, townhall.com.
This is Dennis Prager for AmFed Coin and Bullion. There's something about the feel of a gold coin in your hand and the way the light reflects off its intricate details that has always captivated me. Nick Grovich, AmFed's owner, turned that same passion into his livelihood. Nick began collecting coins as a teen, and that interest grew into a nationally respected business offering only the finest quality coins at the most competitive prices. But the truth is that although Nick is a rare coin dealer, he doesn't believe in rare coins. Rare coins do not make sound investments, but they do make dealers a lot of money. See, that's part of what I respect about him. AmFed specializes in buying non-performing numismatic coins and turning them into gold or silver investments that provide liquidity and perform competitively against the market. Whether you're buying or selling, call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. AmericanFederal.com.
Britain's Green Party has won a special election.
The Greens' Hannah Spencer was declared winner of the contest in Gorton and Denton early Friday with 14,980 votes. Matthew Goodwin of the Hard Right Reform UK Party received 10,000, while Labour just hit 9,000. The constituency in northwest England was solid Labour territory for decades, and the result demonstrates that Britain's political landscape is increasingly fragmenting. The victory at Gorton and Denton is a big boost for the small Green Party and a blow to Prime Minister Keir Starmer, whose centre-left Labour Party was relegated to third place. I'm Charles Dillates.
President Macron is updating France's nuclear deterrence doctrine as Europe frets over Russia. Macron will speak Monday at a French submarine base and signal how France now thinks about the use of nuclear weapons. News and analysis, townhall.com. A package delivery giant says that if it gets a refund, its customers may get one as well.
FedEx says it will pass along tariff refunds to shippers and consumers. FedEx filed a lawsuit in the Court of International Trade to get a refund on what it paid for tariffs set by President Trump. Last week, the Supreme Court ruled those tariffs are illegal. After the ruling, the president said there was no mention of what happens next.
Wouldn't you think they would have put one sentence in there saying that keep the money or don't keep the money, right? I guess it has to get litigated for the next 2 years.
More than 1,000 companies have filed suit to recoup costs from tariffs. I'm Ed Donahue.
Not too long after he visited China, today finds Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney in India. This is part of his drive to lessen his country's economic reliance on the United States. On the agenda for the talks, trade, investment, energy, crucial minerals, and technology. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday, everybody. That's right. Welcome to it. We made it to Friday. Weather's nice. I mean, another day like in the 80s. It's still February. It's Friday. Weird, right? But enjoy it while we got it. It don't feel right because it's February, but it's still nice. Can't complain. I mean, here we are, the second to last day of February, and then we're in the 80s, so it's not right, but not complaining. Enjoy it. Hopefully you have outdoor plans for the weekend because the weather should be good for it. It's supposed to be warm all weekend. I think tomorrow we're going to be in the upper 80s. Sunday we're going to be in the upper 80s. We do drop into the 70s next week, but that's for next week to worry about, not for now. So enjoy that. But we do have a full show for you for today. Let me give you the rundown for today's show. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to be joined in studio by some members of the Roswell High School Band. Dr. Daniel Gomez, band director, will join us as well. They're going to, of course, they've got the Roswell Jazz Band has their annual Noodles and Notes event coming up here on March 7th, and that's their annual spaghetti dinner, and the band plays music, and they have a fun event there at the high school. So they're going to be doing that again March 7th. But they're going to join us in studio, talk a little bit about that. But some of the bands brought instruments, and so we're going to get to play a little music this morning with some of the band members as well too. So we're going to do that here in just a little bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we're going to replay an interview. Elliot Rodriguez with Lone Depot joined us on Tuesday for his monthly visit. Always has great information for us, so we'll play that conversation around 8:15. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, Amy McVeigh-Tejas will join us in studio this Sunday. They are kicking off Women's History Month, as it is March 1st, and they've got their big event with Linda Sanchez and her presentation on Eve Ball, and their Women's History Month event this Sunday at the Historical Society there. So we'll talk with Amy about that and the events they've got coming up here this month, or I should say March. It's still technically February, but here in a couple days it won't be. And for March here as well too. So we'll get that update from Amy around 9:15. Plus, we will have all of the newses of the local, national, variety, Wall Street business updates, et cetera, so forth and so on. Don't forget basketball for you as well here for Roswell and the district plays that's going on. We'll have those games for you tonight. And, of course, last night and through the weekend here, I know is, I think Roswell, I think they all played last night. I think Artesia plays tonight. But anyway, we have those games for you. KSVPTV.com. You can watch all those games. And then whatever teams make it on to state and all that stuff, we will have those games. Those will probably be radio broadcasts for any of the teams that do make it to state, because we can't carry video of those broadcasts. We're not allowed to. But we'll cross that bridge. We got to get through the weekend and the district, all that stuff first. So, but we'll have it all for you, however it all shakes out there. It is 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather. But like I said, it's going to be warm through the weekend and then a little bit cooler for next week. But I don't know, still pretty nice to me.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure is parked over the southeastern states, and that'll stay with us through the weekend. Really warm temperatures coming up. Mid to upper 80s for the afternoon high today. It should be sunny. Overnight will be clear with mid 40s, and then warmer on Saturday. Upper 80s across the entire area, and we get sunshine. We'll stay in the upper 80s and sunny on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 48 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 33%. Winds currently out of the southeast at 3 miles per hour. We are expected a high of 86 today under sunny skies. Winds are expected to be out of the north, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Those winds will shift to the south at some point this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight, looking at an overnight low of 45 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Like I said, it's going to be warm for the weekend. Sunny, 87 for a high tomorrow. Winds will be out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 46. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny and 88. Yeah, it's going to be shorts all weekend, looks like. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear, overnight low of 43. And then things a little cooler. Well, they're kind of still not, like, I'd say a little, but not really. 76 on Monday. We are back into 82 on Tuesday. Tuesday night, there's a slight chance, a 20% chance of rain. Wednesday, a 73 for a high. Sunny and 79 on Thursday. So, cooler, but marginally cooler. And there was better rain chances like Tuesday, Wednesday. Looks like that's now relegated down to a Tuesday night thing. It'll probably be gone by the time Tuesday of next week actually hits, but we shall see. But we'll see. It's so spring lake temperatures continue. It is 12 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to take about a 2.5 minute break here, and then we will have the folks from the Roswell High Band join us here on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. Happy Friday, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the all-star lineup at Roswell Honda. Leading the pack, the 2026 Honda Civic Sedan. Just 4.49% APR for 48 months. The 2026 Civic Hybrid, just 3.99% for 48 months. The 26 Honda HR-V, just 2.49% for 48 months. And the best-in-class 26 Honda CR-V Hybrid, just 2.49% for 36 months. Time to join the winning team at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
Have you ever been asked, where is your head at? Generally, those words are heard when we aren't focused on the right things. The Apostle Paul writes the following to a struggling church. Since you have been raised with Christ, set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your mind on things above, not on earthly things. When we are weighed down by the things of this world, it's time to focus on heavenly things, the eternal things, not just the craziness of this world. One of the great gifts God has given us to do that is through prayer. He wants us to talk to Him, to tell Him our struggles and our fears. He wants us to focus on things that matter the most. The Lord's Prayer even starts with the words, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Taking time to pray and focus on heaven rather than earth helps us to put our head back where it belongs.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell. The FFA of Chavez and Eddy County, growing the next generation of leaders that will change the world. Listing Echo Feeds, your hometown stop for fresh milled feeds, animal health products, and ranch supplies, proudly partners with KSVP TV and the FFA chapters of Chavez and Eddy County to live stream chapter speeches and celebrate these future leaders. FFA Week, February 21st through the 28th, brought to you by Listing Echo Feeds, 905 White Mill Road in Roswell.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 15 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning, Dr. Daniel Gomez is back with us, Roswell High School band director. And then we have some of our Roswell High band. Are you guys all part of a jazz band, or is just the overall band? Or I know when you all start getting into your subsects of the band, it gets a little muddy here.
I'm jazz and also the original big band.
Okay.
I'm in the band and in mariachi.
Okay. Very good. And
I'm only in mariachi.
Oh, just mariachi. So, but I'm just kidding. Because I got to be honest, it's got to be a lot of fun. Now, I can imagine, does it get confusing when you do like mariachi or big band and then do jazz band? I mean, does it get...
Oh,
do they start bleeding your head together a little bit?
I feel like the jazz music is definitely a lot different.
Gotcha.
More jazzy, different styles, stuff like that.
Okay. Now, for you, would you want to play traditional band music? You're like, no, I'm good with the mariachi stuff.
I think I'm good with mariachi.
Gotcha. Well, I get it. Well, it's like for instance, I grew up like in, like Metallica and, rock music. And so I'm not going to lie. I listen to like a country song and I'm like, this is depressing, man. So I get that. But before we talk about the fun stuff here, we do want to put your big fundraising event on folks' calendar here. You guys have a few annual events. I know like a mattress sale, things like that. But one of the traditional fundraising events you guys do every year is your Notes and Noodles event, which is, if you break it down, is exactly what it is. We all hang out, have a nice, fun, delicious spaghetti dinner, and the band plays and kind of creates a little, like a date night atmosphere kind of thing. So, kind of deal. And so, how many years have you guys been doing this now?
This is our 4th year.
4th year, okay. And have you guys been, like you guys are about to graduate here. Have you all been doing it your whole 4 years and all that?
I think I've been a server all 4 years.
Okay.
I was a server my freshman year, and then I played from on there.
Okay. So is that like a graduate? You're like, I went from spoons to instruments. Very cool. But you said I've served the whole time.
Yeah, I've served the whole time.
I'm in the trenches. Rubbing elbows with it. Yeah,
yes, the tables are so I don't know.
Do you get? I gotta be honest. I would imagine after a night of serving spaghetti, you're probably tired of looking at spaghetti, right?
I don't even like spaghetti.
What about you? You kind of.
Oh, I love spaghetti.
I'm about to say spaghetti's kind of hard not to like.
I would know. I love spaghetti.
Yeah, I mean every time. Well, even like a kid, did you like SpaghettiOs or any of the?
Yeah.
Okay.
As a kid, I don't really eat spaghetti anymore, but.
I know now everyone's like it's got carbs and pie. Everyone's all like, health conscious. I'm telling you, Michael Phelps got 7 gold medals. You know how many pounds of spaghetti that guy ate? That might be lying about his medal. He's got a whole bunch of medals. I don't know how many he's got, but all I know is he ate like if you ever looked at his like Olympic calorie regime. He ate like 10,000 calories a day, and he would literally shovel bowls of pasta in just to carb up so he could get enough calories to burn off. It's insane. But anyway, we're not doing all that. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, if you want to keep the bowls coming, But we do want to mark the event. It's going to be happening Saturday, March 7th, so we're about a week away from that. It'll be at the Roswell High School there in the Commons. From 6 to 8:30 p.m. And for folks to get tickets and things, what's probably the best way to do that?
Best way is to find one of our band members.
Okay.
As for tickets through them, and then there's also you can email our president at RHS Band Boosters, and he'll reach out and get your tickets.
I know, like if you're social media, I know the RHS Band and Band Boosters, they do have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you shoot a message through there, they'll definitely have someone to reach out to you and say, oh, yeah, we can get you some tickets or we can get you on that. But
and there'll be a few available
at the door as well, too.
Yeah.
But, you know, they got a lot of, they would sure love to know how many are coming.
Yes.
So, though, you know, you don't make spaghetti in small amounts. They want to make sure there's enough for everybody. And, you know, that's so do the band and everybody a favor by RSVPing. And that way, when you show up next Saturday, you can just roll in and, you know, tuck in your napkin and ready. Good deal. So as far as the night goes, so they'll be kind of serving, and then do the different kind of like the jazz band or the mariachi band? Do they kind of they'll kind of go through and do a performance throughout the evening, kind of thing?
Exactly. So last year we started with mariachi, doing kind of a pre-show mocktail hour.
Okay.
In the little theater, kind of little intimate atmosphere.
Kind of so they kind of come and be like the casual social hour, come and meet friends and have some punch or something, and then kind of just visit a little bit.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And then we'll have the dinner with our Jazz 2, followed by our Jazz 1 ensembles.
Very good. Excellent. So now these, when you guys are the performances that you guys do at the spaghetti dinner and things like, are those specific practices that you do for the event? Or is all that incorporated as far as the competition, everything else? And so some of the music you think are actually some of our competition pieces that we do during.
Both. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So half of them are about, they're getting ready for contest in April.
Okay.
And then always bring some back, some jazz standards every year.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta, like, if the jazz band's there's probably a few jazz songs. You're like, how can you be a jazz band and not play that song? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or a mariachi, you know what I mean? It's like, come on. Got to play the hits. But, yeah, there's some pieces that are strictly, hey, this is our competition piece, and this is what we're trying to go. For you guys, when you get to, because, I mean, music's fun. Everything, you guys are in it to play and have fun. Obviously, when you're competing, you're trying for precision and accuracy and getting, the notes, but part of the fun of music, particularly with jazz and probably even mariachi, I would say, is when you get to riff. You know what I mean? Or you get to kind of just have fun with it. So at events like this, do you kind of get to, because I imagine like the traditional songs aren't your competition pieces. You're probably like, okay, we can put a little stank on it. You know what I mean? Do something to it. Whereas maybe it's a competition song that's like, no, we're going to play it how we perform it or how we're going to be judged on it, kind of thing. Does it get like that for you guys a little bit, or is it no? I mean, we just get in our zone and do our thing, kind of.
Yeah, they pretty well zone in and
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like okay, because because really that's what music is, and I mean, Doctor could tell you this. You got to. I think the best musicians in the world, you got to learn the math and science behind the music. And then once you learn that, then you can break all the rules and do all the things to go to the next level. Yeah. And so, and that's part of the music, and I'm sure that's what you guys learning in class and stuff every day is that fact that it's no different than math and science. If you know the formulas, if you know how the chemistry works to put these two things together to make it work, then you can, all right, let's sprinkle in a little of this and let's do a little of that. And music is very much in that world. Yeah. So, I know we've talked before, but do you guys want to keep doing music after high school? Like, is that something you hope to incorporate in your lives, whether professionally or as some kind of hobby or just, personal joy for yourself?
I want to continue doing some sort of, like, playing after
like going to school, I'm going to find a band or something, or maybe do some college band stuff, or very nothing, just find a bunch of friends and maybe start a band and hang out at dive bars on a Saturday night or something. Just to have fun and do all that kind of stuff. So, good deal. I am going to ask, what instruments do you play?
I play the trumpet.
Okay, and what instruments do you play?
The flute.
Flute, and what are your?
The violin and vocals.
Okay. So if you had to pick another instrument, What would be like, I would love to play, though. What would it be?
The saxophone.
Saxophone? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about for you?
I would have to say, the saxophone.
Saxophone?
Yes,
okay.
definitely.
2 for sax? What about for you?
The guitar.
Is to get dates. That's what most guys do guitar. I'm with you. I wish I could play guitar. Like, I have zero music ability. I can appreciate music, but part of my problem, like guitar, see these hands? They're the size of 7-year-olds. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of hard to play guitar with 7-year-old hands. So saxophone, huh? Why saxophone for you guys?
It's just like such a interesting instrument, and I feel like because I play flute, it might be. I'm pretty sure it's on like similar kind of, so it shouldn't be like too difficult to pick up on.
And I imagine in terms of jazz, the sax player is kind of the cool player. Like,
I think that's what
you know what I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like when you look at a jazz band, he's all got the sunglasses, always chill, and you know what I mean. The sax player is always like the cool cat in the room in the jazz band. You know that, and the drummer too. You know, because they always have that certain look. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Very good. But please, we would love to invite the public to come on out and be a part of our annual Noodles and Notes event. Again, mark it on your calendars. We're about a week out. It'll be on March 7th, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday at the Roswell High Commons area, which is at Roswell High there, 500 West Hobbs. Chow time is from 6 to 8:30 p.m., so you probably want to get there close to 6 so you can get there and get a table and enjoy all the performances and all the music here. And please, the more tables, the more dinners we purchase, the more money that the band has. Because this is the other thing, too, and we talked about this last time you guys were on. You know, schools do help somewhat, but it costs an exorbitant amount of money to move a band, whether it's the jazz band, the entire band, the mariachi band, whatever parts of the band, to get it from point A to point B for competitions or for games on Friday night or whatever it is. It takes a lot of work from parents, volunteers, the students themselves, and the budget and the money doesn't always cover the cost to pay for like the team dinner for after the event or the overnight hotel stay that's required because they're coming from Farmington or whatever it is. And so when you come and enjoy spaghetti and enjoy the beautiful music and all the things and the fun night that's going to be happening, all that money goes back to supporting these kids in their program and allowing the Roswell High Band to continue to thrive and do things and who knows, go on to bigger and better things too. That's kind of what the point is here. Yeah. So that's why we ask you to buy mattresses and eat lots of pasta and come out and of course come out to the concerts and the events and things when we do have those here. But definitely want to do that. We do want to invite you. Did bring stuff. Is this all the mariachi or just like a portion?
It's a portion
of our Roswell High Mariachi Band. Yeah. And they're going to be doing some music here for us today. Do they need to get time to get set up or anything?
Probably a couple minutes.
Okay, yeah. Why don't they come in and start getting set up? We can chit chat a little bit if need be. We can take a break here or whatever. But absolutely, let them go ahead and do their thing, and we'll chit chat here a minute. Do you need to be? Are you performing?
She is.
Okay, go do your thing. Get ready and come on in, and we'll get you guys set up here. So get your guitars and all that. We'll leave the heavy lifting to these three here for a minute while they get ready.
You can go get ready.
Oh, do you need to get ready?
Yeah.
Oh, if you all need to get ready,
it's just her. I'm the only one not playing.
Well, lady, get to work.
Do you want us to go out in the hall and like warm up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, do you think just just for a minute? Yeah, tell me when you guys are ready. We'll bring you in here in a minute. We may pause for news or something that way.
Okay, sounds good.
That way we can give you a chance to come in here. But as far as what's on tap for the rest of the season for you guys, as far as competition and performances go, where's some places that folks can see you guys here in the coming months before the school year lets out?
Actually, tomorrow we have our Music in Our Schools performances with our combined middle schools and combined high schools.
Oh, great! So this is kind of that. working with the younger classes and future Coyotes, and I guess probably Goddard Rocket Band members too as well here.
So that concert is actually, as soon as we're done here, they have to go to rehearsal.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And they have a concert tomorrow at 3:00 at Pueblo Auditorium.
Wow, you guys are busy.
Very busy.
Yeah. Excellent. So that'll be. So are you guys? Because I know Roswell Symphony Orchestra has their performance tomorrow night at the Pearson as well too. I didn't know. Are you guys kind of doing like a pre-showing for that a little bit?
No, we just kind of just where it fell on the calendar.
Okay. Just so happens that there had to be a lot of music going on at which, by the way, if you've never seen the RSO do any of their stuff too, have you guys ever gone out to see some of their shows before?
I have not. I definitely do want to go.
Oh yeah, those they are. People don't realize the Roswell Symphony Orchestra is really like New Mexico's symphony orchestra. Mm-hmm. They have players that are the tops in their game that come all over from the Southwest Texas, New Mexico, and literally a couple times a year they all came into town like yesterday. Yeah, and so they'll be working probably to and fro the next couple days, actually being in a room together, getting doing their performance, and then Saturday night. But go to RSO's website, get tickets if you haven't seen that. That's a great show too. But that's tomorrow night out there. So good deal. Do you get excited playing with the middle school students and things like that? Is that something you enjoy doing?
Oh yeah, I like listening because we do like separate. It's like the high school and the middle school. Okay. So I like watching the middle schoolers. I think they're very cute and they play really good. They're doing really good for their age. A lot better than when I was in middle school.
Right,
for
you're
sure.
kind of like they always look older and bigger when later on, right?
Yeah, it's when I was in middle school in the advanced band. I was the only flute, and there was I think 7 other students. So there was 8 of us in total at Sierra Middle School. Okay. So yeah.
So they were representing the flute game strong.
Yeah,
so.
I definitely was. Yes.
Nice. My wife would appreciate that. She was a flute player in band too.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
yeah. She but weirdly enough, the only instrument she plays now semi is guitar, and so she has music ability. I do not. Do not know. Like I was telling the story yesterday. In 4th grade, when they teach you the recorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
The top 3 notes, Hot Cross Buns or 3 Blind Mice, I'll nail that song.
Yeah.
I will Beethoven the snot out of that thing. But anything past that,
nothing.
You hit that 4th note, it's like I don't know what happened. But they asked me not to play anymore after that. So good deal. Good deal. Are you guys about ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on in and let's get come on in. So we have got with us members of the Roswell High Mariachi Band, who are part of kind of the whole Roswell High Band, the Roswell High Jazz Band. Cool. You want to introduce everybody, Doctor, or just kind of give them we got a full band. We got guitars, we got violins. All right, I got to ask.
Okay.
I know in country music, that's a fiddle. I know in an orchestral situation, that's a violin. In mariachi, is that a fiddle or a violin? Violin.
Violin, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. Or did we go with third name? That kind of throws it out. But I'm sorry, Doctor. Introduce our students here.
Good. So we have Isaac, Ezekiel, Kimberly, we met, Malia, Isaiah, Annabella, Leslie, and Cassie.
Very good. Welcome, guys. Are y'all, how old are you guys? All seniors?
No, we have...
I'm the only senior.
The only senior.
Oh, well, we have...
I'm a senior. Oh, yeah.
You're a senior.
Cassie's a senior. So yeah, seniors, juniors, and sophomores.
Very good. All right. So how many are servers on Saturday?
Oh, they're all playing.
Oh, y'all playing.
Yeah.
She's the lone server.
She'll pull double duty. Yeah.
She's spaghetti queen. So all right. I'm sorry. What's one of the songs they're going to be doing here?
So let's do Los Laureles first with Leslie here singing.
Very good. And I'm going to turn my mic off.
You might want to move also like that way because it's.
Am I going to get it's going to blow my hair back?
Yeah.
All right.
Can I move this?
All right. Very good. Here's our Roswell High Mariachi Band.
headphones on so I could hear it on the radio. It sounded the radio what they're hearing on the radio. It sounded really good there. I gotta ask, what kind of guitar is that? That is the fattest. Like,
this isn't like technically a guitar. It's its own. It's part of the guitar family, but it's called a guitarón.
Guitarón.
Originated from Mexico.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
So it's like just a really big bass guitar. That's basically
okay. So I was wondering, is it like a, or is it like a cross between a guitar and what's the I just my head a brain cramp. the guitar, the one with the kind of the
double bass.
Yeah, like a double bass.
Yeah, so it's a modified double bass and bass guitar, which also allows them to play two note chords as well.
Well, it's got like the tank of the guitar.
Yeah.
Whatever, it literally is like 2 feet deep. So it's like, wow.
Yeah.
But that was amazing, guys. Thank you. I didn't know, you don't think so much singing in band. So much.
Correct.
With
Yeah.
mariachi and jazz and that's very much good. So that was amazing. So how long have you guys been playing? Just kind of shout it out. 1 year for you? That's amazing.
Mariachi.
For mariachi. How much have you been playing? This is the first year for you guys?
Second year.
Yeah, so
2 years?
yeah, this program is just in its second year.
Okay. Did you guys play like with your family or stuff before getting involved with bands? So this is all new.
Other than band.
Okay. Like listen to it, like families or anything? You have mariachi fans growing up and stuff? 'Cause like do you speak Spanish? So you know what you're saying. See, that would be my problem. Is I don't know the words. I'm like, I just butcher the words. I don't know what I did there. But that's amazing. Very good. How long? So, like as far as practicing goes, what's the average? Like, how long do you guys work on like how many hours a week do you guys work on mariachi stuff? Do you think on average?
It honestly just depends what day.
Gotcha.
If we have A day or B day, because we have mariachi A days, so
Okay.
it can vary from 3 days or to 2 days.
Okay.
We practice an hour.
Yeah. Hour and a half, 90 minutes. Yeah.
But I mean, you guys have to still even go home and kind of work on the pieces and things. You guys can.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a lot of time where you're, end of the day, whatever on the TV, and you're just sitting there trying to, even if you're just finger picking, just kind of mental playing a little bit. Okay. Well, cool. Good. Now you guys want to, like after school and all that, you guys want to keep dabbling with mariachi and stuff? Is this something you're like, what, I kind of want to keep doing this, keep going? Next thing you know, you guys will got to get outfits and we got a whole mariachi.
Yeah, that's next. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, where did you guys like? Where's your just curious? Where's your music interest lie outside of this? Like what's your when no one's making you listen to music? What are you listening to?
Cassie, what do you listen to?
I don't know. I listen to mainly rock.
Rock? What? I mean, you guys are young. Of course you're listening. What's mine? Of course. What about you guys?
I listen to mariachi.
Okay, so you grew up, or you like mariachi coming into this. You're like, no, I'm a fan, and I like some of the hits and a few songs. I got my playlist. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Anybody else?
Just country and norteño.
Okay. Gotcha. So just tradition, hey, now do you play that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I see the way you're holding guitar and things like this guy does other things.
So my 6-string broke at home, and that's why I kind of just brought that to us.
Well, my wife has one. That's how I know exactly. You don't see them as often as you do a 6-string. But my wife has a very nice one, so I was kind of like people that have a 12-string generally play guitar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not new. Very good. Well, I know you guys have another song that you wanted to play.
Absolutely. This one's going to feature Kimberly El Rey.
All right. She is the.
I gotta be honest. You're the jack of all trades. She plays, she serves, she does it all. So when she's not playing, she's gonna be serving you spaghetti on Saturday.
Yeah, sadly.
Well, I think it's by demand.
Yeah.
By request.
Yep.
Yes, very good. But I'll shut up and let you guys do your thing.
pero el día que yo me muera, sé que tendrás que llorar. Llorar y llorar, llorar y llorar. Dirás que no me quisiste, pero vas a estar muy triste y así te me vas a quedar. Con dinero y sin dinero, hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra está ley. No tengo trono ni reina, ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey.
Nice. Very good. So,
I gotta turn my mic back on. So, what's this? What is that story? What's the song about? What is? Do you guys know? I mean, is it a love song? Is it a sad song? Is it a happy song? What's the? Do you guys know what the story is? I'm asking. I'm legit asking. I have no idea.
Like, that's a great question.
Yeah.
You don't have to like translate it
Yeah.
in English, but it's just talking about like, I would say it's talking about him being kings of all like mariachi. Like, that's what I would think.
Okay. All right. Anybody have a different opinion? I'm curious. Now I'm curious. I know I was getting. Oh, we're getting philosophical here now. I didn't know. I was just curious. Does it mean anything else to you guys? Something different? Okay. Go ahead, Doctor.
No, so it's just the king of mariachi. Whether he's rich, poor.
Okay. So it's just really a celebratory mariachi song, basically. Yeah. Okay. That's why I was kind of curious because I was kind of following because I don't understand the words, so I'm kind of the tone and everything, and I was at first it sounds like we're a little sad, but then it was picking up as like okay, so I was like, maybe it's like starts sad and gets happy. So I was just curious what kind of was what we were talking about a little bit there too. So I'm curious. I'm sure there's students and things, but as far as getting involved with band, you know, how does that? I mean, obviously going through middle school and everything by the time they get to high school, but I imagine there's students that probably never touched an instrument in middle school and they're thinking they get to high school and I think I want to try band. How does that process work?
So in high school, we usually start them out in our lower level ensembles. Everyone here is either in choir, band, or orchestra.
Okay.
As well.
Just can't roll right up into mariachi.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So they have to have those basic fundamentals.
Gotcha.
Because we don't work on those fundamentals. I give them music.
Sure.
Here
at
it is.
This point, they know how to play music. Yeah. It's time for you to do the math and science and figure out how to make it magic kind of thing. Okay, cool. All right, very good. Was it a challenge for you guys? Like when you first, when either the doctor or yourself said, all right, this mariachi thing might be, but were you kind of like excited but challenged, or what was kind of your thoughts when you kind of first heard about mariachi and saying, hey, we should do this?
Well, he kind of just told me, you're going to be a mariachi.
Gotcha.
I'm signing you up for mariachi.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then he just gave me music. He's like, practice this over the summer.
Nice.
Yep. And they got it. Yeah.
But look what you got exposed to. You're kind of, and you're probably kind of like, were you pretty, you're a fan, so maybe you kind of had a little bit more background, but for the most of you, was this going blind for you guys? Are you coming in saying, you've had a little family, little history, no knowledge there?
No, I didn't go in blind. I was one of the first ones. I was there for when mariachi first started up in the school.
Gotcha.
And I first started because in the summer of last year, before last school year, there was a little camp at Mesa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or like if middle schoolers wanted to do mariachi.
Okay.
And our previous orchestra teacher, the one who started mariachi, he asked if I wanted to play the guitarón.
Gotcha.
I played it. So I played it and I got like a week of experience to learn it. And then when mariachi came around, I just picked it up from there.
Just kind of goes natural. Now, as far as the finger and everything, is it pretty much the same, or is it different from, say, a 12-string to something?
So for guitarons and guitars they just play normal chords.
Okay.
So harder for them Well, for me, I will only ever play 2 strings.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
it'll always be the same note.
But his arms are this big because he's got to wear a guitar that weighs 1,000. Probably looks like it weighs 1,000 pounds.
Actually, they're pretty light. These guitarons, they're handmade in Mexico.
It's a beautiful instrument,
yes,
but it looks
is.
bulky. It does look.
Yeah.
It literally looks like a guitar on steroids. It kind of has that kind of look to it. But so it's unique here and everything else. But again, we want to invite folks to come on out, support the Roswell High Band. Next Saturday, March 7th, is the Roswell High Band's Jazz Band's annual Noodles and Notes event. It'll be beginning at 6 p.m. at Roswell High on March 7th. Goes till 8:30 p.m. It'll be in the Commons there at Roswell High. Please, RSVP, get tickets. If you know any Roswell High Band member, you can hit them up. They'll get you tickets. But if you don't know any, please don't hesitate to get on Facebook, reach out to the Roswell High Band Boosters page or Roswell High Band page or Jazz Band. I think there's a couple different. Is there a mariachi band one too, maybe?
Not yet.
Not yet. Working on that. But your next project after you're done serving spaghetti, get the Facebook page up. Just kidding.
Oh, you put that idea.
Guess what I'm doing at 2 o'clock today. But definitely come support the band, support the hard work that you guys do. And how many seniors? Raise your hand again, seniors. 1, 2, just the 2 here. Are you excited? Nervous? What's because I know we're in February, but June's like tomorrow. So, you excited? What are you thinking?
Pretty excited.
Yeah, good deal. Do you have plans after? Do you know what you want to do yet? Okay. You want to keep playing?
I do. I love playing.
Good deal. Do you want to keep doing mariachi? Do you want to do more?
Possibly.
Okay, very good. Maybe even, do maybe orchestral or something in college maybe or something like that, or band or something like that. Cool. Very good. For you, have you thought about what's next? What do you want to do? I forgot. I know we talked a little bit about it. Just want to remind folks.
I want to become a movie producer.
That's right. You want to make movies and all that good stuff too, and do your own music scores. That's right. Remember we were talking about that. Because you got the music background, so you can do your own music scores and everything. You know why? Directed, music, all boom, just all your name right there. And buy. Doctor, is there any information we wanted to cover? Anything we wanted to mention that we failed to cover here?
Yeah. So next Saturday is our event. $25 a ticket.
Yes.
If you want to sponsor a table, tables are $200 a table.
Okay, and that seats 8.
Seats 8.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay.
And they come with swag bags as well for those purchase tables.
It's a bag of spaghetti. I'm just kidding.
All the proceeds goes towards our Jazz Fest and buying music and supplies for mariachi.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, that's the other part we didn't even talk about is whenever they do a concert or do a performance, the composers and the writers of all the music they're playing have to get paid.
Yeah.
So guess who has to pay the licensing and all that anytime the band does a performance? The Roswell High Band does. Yeah. And licensing and all that is not cheap.
Yeah.
Go ask your local community theaters about costs for movie rights and all those kinds of things. Yeah, it's pretty. And you need uniforms.
Yeah, that's next on our list.
Yeah,
nice.
we don't really have money for mariachi since we just started out. So the songs that we have right now are songs that they had in the past.
Gotcha.
So
you need your own flavor.
We really need our own money to
gotcha.
get music, especially if we want to do something for Mother's Day.
Yeah, which is like, again, May's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, very good. So, I guess we need to get on that Facebook page then, huh? Let's get that up and running here pretty quick. So, but come and then of course, like I said, you guys are going to be performing tomorrow too with the middle school and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Where's that at again?
It's 3 p.m. at Pueblo.
That's
Auditorium.
at the Pueblo Auditorium.
Yeah.
So if you're bringing families out, come say hi to some of the Roswell High Band members. They'll be out there working with the kids and everything else out there too. So, guys, thank you very much. I know you guys get to go to practice and all that now, so I'll probably let you go grab grab some breakfast and get going. Since the doctor made you get up early, make him get you breakfast on the way. So.
We'll see.
He doesn't even have money. money.
That shouldn't stop us. I don't have any money either. But
we can get donuts.
Good deal. I'll leave you guys. Last chance. Anybody say hi to? Friends, family? Anybody want to give a shout out to before we let you get back to it? She's like, I'm covered on my shout outs. Anybody else got new shout outs?
Howdy, friends.
Think we're covered?
Hi, Malia's mom. I miss you so much.
There you go.
Hi, Mom. I love you so much. And then please do not make me go to school after this. Thank you.
Excellent ploy. Have to let us know if that works. Very good. Well, thank you guys. Break a leg. And we do appreciate everything. We look forward to when you guys come back. And next time you get uniforms, come back in. We'll show them off, and we'll do a few more songs and things. Okay. Get the hats. You gotta have the hats with the outfits. I mean, you can't come in with the hats too. So, Doctor, as always, thank you very much. And
yes, thank you.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yes, sir. You got it.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
It is 7:52. We're gonna pause for news and a quick break before top of the hour and all that stuff. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Fearing that it posed some sort of a threat, the military has used a laser to shoot down a Customs and Border Protection drone in Texas. Apparently was a case of mistaken identity. Former President Clinton testifying today in the congressional Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Yesterday, Hillary Clinton answered the committee's questions, says she told lawmakers she has no information on Epstein's crimes and does not recall meeting him. Artificial intelligence pioneer Anthropic says it will not grant the Pentagon unrestricted use of its technology. That could cost the company a lucrative Department of Defense contract. No deal following a third round of U.S.-Iran nuclear talks, and Iran is vowing to continue uranium enrichment. More talks could be on tap for next week. More details at srnnews.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure is parked over the southeastern states, and that'll stay with us through the weekend. Really warm temperatures coming up. Mid to upper 80s for the afternoon high today. It should be sunny. Overnight will be clear with mid 40s, and then warmer on Saturday. Upper 80s across the entire area, and we get sunshine. We'll stay in the upper 80s and sunny on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. We have pinpointed the moment, the stretch, so to speak, where Roswell's hopes for a second straight district tournament victory on the road turned into a fairly stress-free night for the Carlsbad Cavemen. It was in the second quarter, tied 19-19. Carlsbad Z. Huerta hits a basket. Kevin Quarles follows that with a three. Mario De Leon hits a tray, and Sanyika Green gets another three right before half. It's 30-19 at half. Carlsbad rolls to a 57-41 victory. They'll play at Hobbs for the district championship Saturday at 3. Meanwhile, tonight, boys-girls doubleheader. It's district titles on the line. Artesia versus Goddard, both games at Artesia. Girls start at 5:30, guys start at 7. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. A federal judge said Thursday that the Internal Revenue Service broke the law by disclosing confidential taxpayer information over 42,000 times to Immigration and Customs Enforcement. U.S. District Judge Colleen Kolar-Catelli found that the Internal Revenue Service had erroneously shared taxpayer information of thousands of people with the Department of Homeland Security. Walmart has agreed to pay $100 million to settle allegations from the U.S. Federal Trade Commission that the retailer caused its delivery drivers to lose tens of millions of dollars worth of earnings by deceiving them about their pay and tips. Nurses returned to work Thursday at a big New York City hospital system nearly a week after they approved a new contract that ended a major nursing strike. More than 4,000 nurses in the privately run New York Presbyterian system went on strike January 12th. The walkout was part of a dispute that also saw nurses strike at two other big private hospital systems in the city. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Attention, attention. They've done it again. For 3 years in a row, Roswell Hyundai is the #1 used car supercenter in New Mexico. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a super high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has one that fits your needs and your budget. So if you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, head for the #1 Used Car Supercenter in southeastern New Mexico 3 years straight. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Our lives run on energy every day. And every day, your friends and neighbors at New Mexico Gas Company safely deliver reliable, affordable, essential energy to New Mexicans. The kind of energy that brings families together, that surrounds us in comfort, the energy that warms homes and hearts. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and every day we deliver the energy that's behind some of the warmest moments in your life. That's why we're here.
Artesia General Hospital presents your fall and winter health checklist. Fall and winter are beautiful seasons, but they're also cold and flu season. So here are a few quick tips to help keep you healthy. Tip number 1, hand hygiene. It's your first line of defense. Wash for 20 seconds with warm water and soap. Tip 2, holiday food strategy. Fill half your dish with fruits and veggies first. Pick lean meats and save room for just one dessert you'll really enjoy. Tip 3, protect your skin. Heaters dry the air, so moisturize daily and drink plenty of water. Healthy choices now mean more energy and a happier winter. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:58. Stay tuned next hour. Around 8:15 or so, we're going to replay our interview we had with Elliot Rodriguez from Loan Depot. His monthly conversation, always great advice for folks when it comes to home ownership, things like that. So we're going to play that conversation next hour. Hey, don't forget, Roswell Symphony Orchestra has their Masters in Harmony tomorrow night, February 28th, 7:30 p.m. at the Pearson Auditorium. Join the Roswell Symphony Orchestra and director John Ferrer for an outstanding evening of music featuring pieces by Bach, Vaughan Williams, Aliboni, and Dvorak, featuring the Roswell Symphony Orchestra's outstanding string section. And also, we had a great conversation with the maestro and Della K. Graham. She's an orchestral oboist. She will be featured on tomorrow's Masters in Harmony performance as well. So you get to hear the string section of the RSO and the beautiful oboe playing. Orchestral oboist. That's really hard to say. Della K. Graham. We had a great conversation with her. It's going to be an amazing show tomorrow. If you have not got tickets yet, you still can. Go to roswellsymphony.org and get your tickets today for tomorrow night. Masters in Harmony. Saturday night, tomorrow night, Pearson Auditorium, 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets. roswellsymphony.org. And make sure while you're there, check out the rest of the amazing shows they've got on tap for the rest of the RSO season here, too. They got some great ones there. So, again, roswellsymphony.org. All right, Town Hall News is up next. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. As the U.S. military buildup goes on in the Middle East, foreshadowing a possible attack on Iran, American embassy personnel in Israel are being told that if they want to leave the country, they should do so now. Ambassador Mike Huckabee has fired off a memo to that effect, follows yesterday's third round of indirect U.S.-Iran nuclear talks, and so far, no deal over Iran's nuclear program. Former President Clinton testifying today in the congressional Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Yesterday, Hillary Clinton answered the committee's questions.
It was disappointing that they refused to hold a public hearing, so I wouldn't have to be out here characterizing it for you. You could have seen it for yourself. We had asked for that. We think it would have been better for the committee and its efforts to gather whatever information they are seeking.
Telling lawmakers she has no information on Epstein's crimes and doesn't recall ever meeting him. Artificial intelligence pioneer Anthropic says it cannot grant the Pentagon unrestricted use of its technology.
The Pentagon had given Anthropic an ultimatum to end restrictions on the use of its technology or face losing its Defense Department contracts. It's also threatened to use emergency powers to force the company to comply. But the Anthropic CEO, Dario Amodei, said he could not, in good conscience, agree to the request. He said AI-driven mass surveillance was a serious risk to fundamental liberties. And he warned that the technology was not yet reliable enough to power fully autonomous weapons, where targeting decisions could be taken without human involvement.
The BBC's James Reed. A sell-off this morning on Wall Street. The Dow down 800 points, loss of more than 1.5%. The Nasdaq 253 points in the red. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
European authorities have opened a new investigation into the business dealings of a disgraced former ambassador.
The European Commission has asked its anti-fraud watchdog, Olaf, to examine Peter Mandelson's links to Jeffrey Epstein during a period when he was the EU's trade chief. A Commission official confirmed the probe on Thursday after many documents became public. The watchdog agency has a track record of probing fraud and misconduct across EU institutions, but it does not confirm an investigation. Mandelson faces scrutiny in Britain over alleged misconduct in public office tied to Epstein. His past relationship with Epstein also creates political trouble for Prime Minister Keir Starmer. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
China's legislature has removed 19 lawmakers, including 9 military officers, as President Xi Jinping's anti-corruption drive shows no sign of letting up. News and analysis, townhall.com. Some new findings regarding organ donations.
The vast majority of organ donations once came from people who were brain dead. But last year, about half of the deceased organ donations came from people who died when their hearts stopped beating instead. Researchers at NYU found wide geographic variation in what's called donation after circulatory death, suggesting it could be possible to further boost life-saving transplants. The findings reported Thursday in JAMA come as the government is developing additional safeguards for this type of donation after some rare reports of potential donors who showed signs of life shook public trust. Keith Peters, Washington.
Netflix is declining to raise its offer to buy Warner Brothers Discovery's studio and its streaming business. It is a surprise move. It effectively puts Paramount in a position to take over its storied Hollywood rival. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The Deuce of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy Friday. It's full-on Friday. We made it.
Turning into Harpo over here.
That's right. It's ding-worthy.
That's right. Absolutely. We have made our way through the week, although this week burned by. It went by real quick.
I blinked, and it's Friday. Yeah. It feels like this week has definitely been swiftly moving through.
It's been a busy one, too, for sure.
Yeah. And I think the weather has something to do with it, because it's like colder weather slows down time.
Yeah.
Maybe, it does, but it feels different.
A lot of it is also because you can't really go and do anything.
Right.
Because everything's froze over, so you're just like...
hunkered. Yeah.
Use my hands.
Yeah.
And I remember that, too. Like, I commented to a friend that I might have even said on this show that one big snow day that we had where you were kind of shelter in place if you didn't have a Jeep or a 4x4.
Right.
It was sort of one of those, like, that's what COVID lockdown must have felt like for those people that actually, like, because we were the essentials.
Yeah, we were out most.
So we were out for most of COVID, but for those people who, like, genuinely, like, sheltered in place lockdown, that's, I understand how the mind can just eat itself, consume itself when you're in, like, solitary confinement.
Yeah. Well, and then, like, what was going on too is like rules were changing as we walk out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you walk out, it's like the line's here. No, it's here. It's like, oh my goodness.
I know it's not like funny ha in retrospect, but it is pretty hilarious in hindsight that we were keeping our food on the front lawn for what was it, 2 to 4 hours, so that it would have the time to sanitize itself.
Yeah. But yeah, now that we have nice weather, the week just zipped right by. Oh, yeah. It's like blinked and
zoomed.
And so enjoy and we're like going to be 87, 88 all weekend. It's going to be and kids are going to want to swim.
Yeah.
There's going to be no place to swim. Unless a few indoor places, but most parts now, not really.
Now I did notice the local Dollar Generals have set out their kiddie pools and like the smaller versions of the pool noodles.
That might be a good weekend for
kind of just like, get out in the front yard with the hose.
Just nothing sexier than fat dudes sitting in the middle of a kiddie pool.
It's Corona in one hand and
they got Bermuda shorts on. Mm-hmm. They got floaties on their arms.
Yep.
And a beer in their hand.
And that one streak of sunscreen
right on the nose. Yes, and maybe a Gilligan floppy hat.
I was gonna say like a banana, like a cabana hat.
Yeah, something like that
for sure.
Hey, that's the life. This is the weekend for it, especially since you got no pools.
You literally just described. Okay, so when I was a kid, there was a show called Salute Your Shorts.
Yeah,
on Nickelodeon. It was about summer camp, and the main like camp counselor was named Ugg.
Ugg,
and that's exactly how he, like the cabana hat, the pool floaties on the arms, the streak of the sunscreen, and then the whistle. He had the whistle too.
Sounds like like he was like their cooler version of what's his name? I keep on saying Wormser. It's not Wormser because that was Revenge of the Nerds. From Saved by the Bell.
Screech.
Screech, thank you. I could not remember that dang
Give me
name.
the show. Just give me the show. I got this. I got you.
Yeah, it sounds like a...
Kind of that, but he was like...
Because they always cookie cuttered during that time. And they always had the... it's like the boy bands. You had this type, this. And Saved by the Bell cookie cuttered a bunch of stuff. And so you had the Screech type, the Zach type, you know what I mean? All these shows.
Like, okay, so the theme song specifically is kind of what I'm remembering. So they're like all singing the camp song in the theme song, and somebody changes one of the lyrics from "I hope we never part" to "It makes me want to fart." And the camp counselor goes, "It's I hope we never part. Now get it right or pay the price." And that was always the line that people remember from that one.
Right.
But But yeah, no, that's yeah. So strike your UGG look this weekend and get out there in the front lawn.
Yeah.
Really impress the neighbors.
Yeah.
Show off that you've been you have not been sloughing off on torso day.
This would be a good probably weekend. I don't know about swimming, but definitely go out to the either bottomless lakes or maybe a nice hike out at Bitter Lake.
It's a good weekend to go for like a cruise and just like get out into like wilderness.
Take a road trip.
There's some cool
maybe go up to the mountains.
Now bear in mind I'm a girl dad, so part of my mind kind of drifts to things like this. There's this really cool like fairy garden halfway between here and I think it's like near Hondo.
Okay.
That you kind of just walk down into this like path and there's all these little like spots where they have these little fairy houses basically set up. But it's really cool for for young kids.
Not to say it's not my cup of tea.
It's a fun little walk, a fun little way to get out.
Is it all tiny?
Yeah, they're all little
fairies?
little houses like Tinkerbell, things like that.
Like a miniatures.
Bunch of sparkly stuff, a lot of glitter stuff that's probably going to show up in your on your clothes or person within the next day or so.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
The herpes of the craft world.
They just show up. That's like I always remember like graduation time and everything. It was always during the summer. It's like I'm still finding glitter in desk drawers or on pieces of mail or something like that.
That's why I've always thought like the people who do like the glitter bombs, that's like the cruelest thing you can do.
Yeah.
Because it gets into everything.
Well,
like cracks that you didn't even know were there, you're going to find glitter in them. That's how you know there's cracks there.
And I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, it doesn't ruin anybody's life.
Well,
but it really inconveniences them because they really inconvenience somebody else.
Here's the thing.
So I'm okay with
I
that.
grew up in the generation with games like Resident Evil, where if you see something sparkly, you need to pick that up because it's probably important.
Well,
so when you're just like walking along in your everyday and you just out of the corner of your eye see something kind of glitter, you're just like, oh, I need to grab it. But you don't because it's just glitter.
Right. But
I feel like anybody who works in production at the Hallmark Company, that's just got to be like the bane of their existence. They just go home just covered in it. They probably have glitter lung.
Or better yet, what if you work at a glitter factory?
Well, that's pretty much one and the same.
Yeah, I work at a glitter
if you've
factory.
ever like opened a Hallmark card, birthdays are always the worst. I'm like, I'm gonna get like 3 cards. I'm gonna be covered in glitter. Christmas, same way.
Yeah,
it's like I look forward to getting the cards. They're always nice, but I know I'm gonna be covered in glitter by the end of the day.
Like in my head, all the people that work at the glitter factory, I imagine they all wear like the blue coveralls, but every single one of them are glittered out just because they all.
That's the thing. Like they
almost look like minions for the Joker in Batman.
They're all wearing like industrial N95 masks so they don't inhale the glitter, but otherwise they look fabulous.
That's right. They're all glittered out.
They're
like,
just.
The light hits in there and they're
toe,
just sparkling. Yeah, everyone's sparkling.
They're slaying.
Even their boots.
Head to toe, just slay mode.
Glow. Yes.
But technically, that's like walking out with the company goods.
Yeah.
I guess if you walk out with your boots covered in glitter, you're stealing.
Right. It's like
stealing.
Where's the official line from "It just got on my uniform" to no.
Yeah.
I'm smuggling out one glitter flake at a time.
When you check in and when you check out, just to see how much you're taking out.
He's like walking around the ball fields like Shawshank, just trying to.
every day before you leave, you just have to give a obligatory just 3 hops, just to shake it off.
Get it out of there. Dispersing the dirt became a problem, but
How does it always go back to Shawshank?
I know. You just run around the glitter,
amazing.
trying to de-glitter.
Yeah, you're just shaking it out of your pants.
On the ball field.
Oh, the pitcher's mound is starting to look pretty fabulous right now.
Why is it 8 feet tall and glowing?
Andy, got a couple questions for you.
Right.
That's amazing.
Oh man, but yeah. All right, we probably should get the hour going.
Yes.
I would imagine. Now I just got so many more images, and none of them are really, really worthy of sharing
Just
on the
a
radio.
glitter-covered poster.
Yeah, it's none of it's good.
Nope.
None of it's good at all. None of it. Not one iota. So, it is 8:16. We're going to play our interview. We had Eli Rodriguez from Lone Depot joined us on Tuesday. Had a great conversation with him. We're going to play that for you in just a few minutes. Hey, don't forget, if you are a member of Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
Oh, I just forgot too.
Well, if don't forget, if you remember, tomorrow is your annual meeting. Saturday, February 28th. It's their annual drive-through meeting. New location this year. It's going to be at the CVE headquarters. They're on 13th and Ritchie. So if you go to the Bulldog Bowl parking lot like it's been, and hey, nobody's here, because they're all over on 13th and Ritchie over at the headquarters.
Think of the space you'll have in the Bulldog Bowl. The parking lot. You'll just be like, oh, I can stretch out.
First in line.
There's nobody out here.
Yeah, it'll be quiet.
Room for activities.
You'll get bored, though.
Yeah, you will get bored.
But now they're asking folks to come in as you come in, you're going to enter the Ritchie Avenue entrance, and to come in off that way, come in eastbound is what they were telling us yesterday. By the way, the first 200 people that get there will receive a $50 gift card just for coming on down. Plus, they've got other door prizes they're going to be giving away, including
a truck.
Yeah, a Chevy pickup as well, too. So, and plus, they got other gift cards and other swag and accoutrement. It is between the hours of 9 and noon. It's a drive-through event, so... but like I said, if you want to be one of the first 200, probably want to get there closer to 9 instead of noon to make sure that happens. And you're in and out pretty quickly. If you want to get out and come in and have refreshments and things, you can go ahead and park and head inside and talk with some of the CVE folks and things like that. But it is our annual meeting. They're asking for voting of the new members or for the new members and asking for all that stuff. And, of course, if you have questions about your membership or anything when it comes to, perks and making sure you're taking advantage of all that stuff, come to the meeting tomorrow and they will be happy to educate you on all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But 9 to noon tomorrow.
It's another one of those like small benefits that we got from COVID was we learned how to do these fundraisers as drive-throughs. We learned how to do these events as you don't have to get out of your car.
Yeah.
That would have been unheard of back in the day. And now it's just the way.
People are like, I can just go home? Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely.
So they've made it convenient in that way. So, but if you want to hang out and do more, they're welcome to do that too. So, all right, it is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Prepare yourself for a warmer, hotter, nicer weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure is parked over the southeastern states, and that'll stay with us through the weekend. Really warm temperatures coming up. Mid to upper 80s for the afternoon high today. It should be sunny. Overnight will be clear with mid 40s, and then warmer on Saturday. Upper 80s across the entire area, and we get sunshine. We'll stay in the upper 80s and sunny on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 56 degrees here we're here in Roswell. Humidity is at 27%. Winds currently out of the southeast at 5 miles per hour. Mid-80s today, sunny and 86. Winds will be out of the northwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour. They'll shift to the south later this afternoon. Clear tonight with an overnight low of 45 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, hitting the upper 80s. Sunny and 87 tomorrow. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. They will shift to the southeast sometime Saturday afternoon. Saturday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 46. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, another warm one, sunny and 88. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, we're looking at clear skies with an overnight low of 43. And then we'll be in the mid to upper 70s. Monday, 76 is what they're saying. Back in the low 80s on Tuesday. Tuesday night, there's a slight chance of rain. Low 70s on Wednesday, upper 70s Thursday of next week. So still relatively nice next week, too. All right, 8:20, quick break, and then we'll play our interview with Elliot from Lone Depot. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Get a built-in look with a Whirlpool flush mount dishwasher that installs flush with the surrounding cabinets at Bush Appliance in Roswell. A third rack provides space for silverware and hard-to-fit utensils. Plus, this dishwasher meets ADA standards for acceptable design. Shop Whirlpool dishwashers today at Bush Appliance in Roswell. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
You can buy all the furniture you want, but can you accessorize? This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Transform your home by adding chic lamps, accent chairs, and unique statement piece artwork everyone will love and appreciate. Why live with basic walls and no ambience? Turn boring into colorful and pull that design genius from the depths of your heart. Your home will thank you, and so will we. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Accelerate your expectations at Roswell Nissan with double your down payment, up to $2,000 towards your next vehicle. Get 0% APR for 60 months on all 25 Muranos and 26 Rogues and Muranos. How about $3,000 bonus cash on all 25 Altimas? And with double your down payment on the pre-owned lot, you'll save like never before. And in service, take 15% off parts sold at counter. Accelerate your expectations all month long at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Jennifer here at Trustmark Roofing and Windows. And did you know that we get a bunch of service calls per year from people who didn't even hire us? That means they originally hired someone else to replace their roof, windows, or gutters. Then later, when a problem popped up, they tried to call their contractor back to help, only to find out that the contractor has ceased to exist. They're gone, done, out of state, out of business. At Trustmark Roofing and Windows, we have serviced southeastern New Mexico for 20 years. As a second-generation contractor, we have serviced our area through many major hail and windstorms. We have customers who are the kids of customers that we've serviced many years ago. We will be here when you need us, period. For roofing, gutters, or windows, visit trustmarkroofing.org or call Trustmark Roofing and Windows 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting him in there. Here's Mike Winters.
In the studio this morning from Loan Depot here in Roswell. Elliot Rodriguez back with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Roswell.
How's life in your world this morning?
Chaotic.
Yeah, it's busy.
We were just talking about that, so.
And I think it's the season, too. Like, people...
I think it is, maybe.
I think spring is just home buying season. You know what I mean? People, like, the weather's nice. People want to get out and look at homes and do all this. I think a lot of people just are in the market and during the spring, it seems like.
It's very interesting because there's a lot of stuff happening in the market, and then it's going up and down. So it hasn't changed to the point that, it's like fantastic.
Right.
Okay. But it's still great. It's getting better. The rates are possibly, in a possible way, positively getting better slowly. Right. Very slowly, folks.
The trend's this way, not that way.
Exactly. So, hopefully by the spring, it'll be even better than what it is now, but it's getting better, so it's costing less.
Sure.
So, and we spoke about this before, because the feds are doing a few things doesn't mean automatically, directly, decreases the interest rate, directly with mortgage. It affects the mortgage to adjust to better, and hopefully it gets better throughout, time comes, and that's the direction it's going.
It's kind of like you making a pot of chili or something, and you're trying to tame the spice down. So you're like, okay, well, I'm going to put a little something in there, but it's not going to knock it down right away. It's going to take a minute.
It's going to take a minute.
Get the trickle effect.
And that's kind of the way it works.
Yeah.
And if anybody, wants to go, go on Google, interest rate for the past, 50 years if you want.
Yeah.
And you see how it goes up and down, and, and if you take a look at that, you can almost use that as a map, and how, the rates kind of go. So as crazy as it is and everything that's going around the world and everything, and what the feds are doing and all that, the changes are not drastic, but it's going the positive, route.
Sure.
It's getting better slowly by slowly.
Sure.
So because you hear stuff in the news or whatever, it doesn't mean that it 100% just drop,
Sure.
Usually I don't talk rates, but the national average is between 5.9 to 6.125. Okay. 2 months ago, it was about 6.25.
Sure.
So as you can see, it is getting better slowly. Okay. But that's a positive thing, for the market, so.
She was curious. I don't say maybe not directly, but I would say maybe indirectly. And then, of course, we're back talking tariffs and all this other stuff with international things. I don't know if there would be a direct impact, but certainly a direct impact on real estate in that market. I mean, maybe not so much because not the shipping of product per se, but if a part of the country is reliant on a certain industry, now it's much more expensive to ship their product. They're going to lay off people, and that affects the real estate market in that area.
No, I mean, if you go into history, I mean, it's funny. So a lot of stuff that's happening, like Venezuela, Iceland, all that kind of stuff. Okay, and then they talk about Canada, Canada being in bed with China, all that stuff. It's all political noise, if you think about it.
Right.
And I know we don't usually talk political stuff, when we come here, but it does have an impact of everything that we do every day.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, let's be realistic. Canada, we get a lot of minerals from them, like, for example, metals. Okay. We get metals from them. All right. I mean, all those buildings don't. They need metal. Okay?
The cost of the material to put up them buildings. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's funny, but in my opinion, Canada should just become a state with us. I mean, they've been invited from the republic since. I think it was in the 1900s that they got invited.
And if they do, they could have a gold medal in hockey like we do.
Exactly. I know you were going to tell that. I was listening to you guys about Survivor. I mean, which is amazing. 50 seasons.
Yeah.
50. My wife and I used to have this routine about ordering a pizza and watch the show.
Yeah.
And she was actually talking about that not too long ago.
Yeah, we used to watch it too. It's been a minute since we've watched it though.
Yeah, because you know what? After 50 seasons, come on.
Right? You're like, all right. I mean, are they going to have the contest? Someone's going to betray somebody.
Are they even going to one of the same islands finally?
They'll find an idol. Yeah, a cool guy will get voted off. Yeah, we know where it happens.
No, but yeah, all that stuff affects the market itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything Power says.
Sure.
And then they go inside the meetings and they close the doors. And the Fed start talking about what they're going to do and this and that.
So, directly, you'll see new construction impact almost directly, probably.
Oh, let me tell you something. Yeah. The building of home is more expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. So the builders out there, they're not having fun with that.
Right.
Okay. Because let's be honest, they're builders for a reason, to make a profit.
Sure.
Okay. So that makes it a little tough. I'm glad that we have a lot of independent builders in town. Handful of people here and there.
They're still in the supply and demand game like
they're still
anybody
in
else.
the same situation.
Yeah.
So it makes it tough. The values of home is still going up. I mean, I saw it dwindle for a minute, but it looks like it's still the same.
Sure.
It's just continuously, slowly going up.
But I'm going to take a stab too. If new construction cost is going up, that means by default the demand's going to be higher for a established home.
Exactly.
Which means it's going to go up. The price for that's going to go up.
And folks, there's home being made. The total community is building a bunch of houses.
Sure.
Okay. Jimmy Mitchell is building a bunch of houses over there. I mean, our community is growing. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, even Jimmy Mitchell actually did they're a little more affordable houses now. 2 weeks ago they had some grand openings, so on the new stuff.
Sure.
Right.
And we still deal with an overflow from Artesia and even probably Carlsbad.
Yeah, there's still houses being built, folks. Take advantage of the ones that people are selling their old houses to buy new ones.
Sure.
And hopefully those houses are not so bad. Okay. And remember, you got the 203K, program, so you could fix a house. Not because the home that you want to buy, is too expensive. Maybe you find something that maybe needs just a little twinkling here and there to fix a few things, and you'll be good to go. And don't forget, we still have MFA, the New Mexico, a house authority.
Yeah,
okay?
And that work you do is actually investment back. You actually get that money back.
Seriously, yes.
When you sell the home, like you said, 99% of people, your first home is not your forever home. And so I'm not saying you learn your mistakes, but your first home, you do learn how to be a homeowner a little bit. And part of that is when the pipe breaks and when it's time to do a remodel, you kind of learn you learn either, hey, I got a knack for doing this, or no, I need to hire people because I have zero of these skill sets. And so
exactly.
You kind of learn that with the new home a little
bit. And folks out there, let's say you have a home and you want to buy maybe like a newer house or upgrade to a larger home, right?
Sure.
And your house needs a little work, and you have some money saved up. You know what? Maybe you should just do a renovation, refi to fix up the house so you don't use the money you have saved up.
Absolutely.
And remember, when you remodel your home, you just increase the value of your home as well. Okay. It goes hand in hand together on those two. And you can do that, and as long as I know you're going to refinance it so you could sell it.
Sure.
Okay. I just need to know that, and that way I push in the right program.
Pro tip, though, if you're going to do that, when it comes to your decor, stick to neutrals. Stick to things.
Oh my God! Everybody's going crazy on the colors.
Well, I mean, it's great if you like hot pink, but if but the odds are most people are going to walk through looking for that home do not want hot pink. There's 1 out of 10. You know what I mean? So stick to tans, browns, grays, whatever it is. That's kind of the neutral tones.
Make it easier to sell.
And if they want to paint it up pink, let them do that. You're trying to.
No, it's very true.
When you go fishing, you want a big net. Is all I'm saying.
No, I got you. and like I said, don't forget the New Mexico, MFA. They give you the money to be able to buy a house, folks. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you don't have like tons of money in the bank, doesn't mean you cannot buy a house.
Right.
Okay. We got the programs to help you.
Sure.
Even if you're a repeating buyer, okay, it means this is not your first time home, right now.
Sure.
I still have the programs to help you to do that just the same.
Absolutely.
So like we have talked many times in the past, this is not about first time home buyers anymore. Okay. It's for everybody. So do not be afraid of that and take the chance. Okay. And better yourself, considering, if all right, let's be realistic. You have a 2-bedroom house and now you have 5 kids.
Yeah. Time for an upgrade.
It's time to an upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? Don't be afraid of that stuff. I have the programs. Okay. MFA, that's New Mexico House Authority. Mm-hmm. Okay. They'll give you money assistance for the down payment.
Absolutely.
It's not free money, folks, but at least it's money that you don't have to, basically come up with it yourself at the moment.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's a lot of times the big hurdle for a lot of people is having that upfront down payment. Mm-hmm. Generally that's one of the biggest benefits for the VA stuff is generally most veteran loans waive all that upfront cost.
But let me even give you more. This is the crazy. Folks, listen to this. You could mix. This is, so I usually don't mix them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's say you have very, very minimum money in the bank and you're renting. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you check to check. I understand that, folks. I've been there. I've been there, done that.
We all have been there or are there right now. Yeah.
The fact of the matter is this. Let's say you're a VA, and you are able to do VA. Guess what? I can mix New Mexico housing with VA. So what does that mean? If I can get you approved 100%, loan to value of the home to be able to purchase it, that means you don't need no down payment. But now we have the state of New Mexico to give you money, and you really are a little short. Now I'm giving you all the money for the closing costs and everything just the same.
So you're literally getting
for free.
Yeah, you're getting all the costs.
You're getting all the costs taken care of.
Buying a house straight up cash.
You could mix those two together, and that can work. Now, if I can take care of you
with a very low interest rate,
I get that.
Yeah, that's.
But if I can take care of you without using your VA, save it for something else.
Sure.
Okay. And folks,
and with VA too, you can use it multiple times.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. So right now, folks, if you're an ex-military individual, okay, and you at least got general or honorable discharge.
Sure.
All right. If you got kicked out, I'm sorry, folks.
Dishonorables, they don't.
Dishonorables don't work.
It's tough to shake that
Sorry
bad boy.
about that.
It is.
Well, anything else, medical, honorable general, all that stuff, and you qualify for VA, and you had never used it, okay, use it, okay?
Absolutely.
Why not?
That's
all right.
why you were there.
For us, okay?
That's absolutely.
I mean, I used mine like 3 times. All right. So if you own a home and you already have a VA loan on it, and this is one of the beauties of knowledge is power, folks. Let's say you wanted to buy a better home, and maybe you don't even want to sell the house you have, but you have a VA loan on it.
Sure.
Okay. Guess what? You could buy another house, rent the VA the house that you already have,
Use it.
And the 8 allows you to go and buy another house.
As an investment property there?
No, actually,
or
no,
your personal
the
property?
personal becomes investment, and then you
Gotcha.
can buy something better. Folks, it's there for the pickings, okay? Use the knowledge to, put yourself in a better position.
Sure.
Okay? Because let's say you have a mortgage that is, $800 a month, and you can rent it for like $1,200, $1,500.
Sure.
Now you got cash flow that you didn't have before. And then you could go and buy yourself a better house.
It's not a bad retirement gig.
No,
if you did
really
20
not.
years as a veteran.
Seriously.
And then, so now you're basically a property landlord, tenant, kind of taking care of.
I mean, if you think
couple
about it,
properties
it's one of the best investments you can ever make.
Sure.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's say somebody has, I don't know, $400,000 in the bank in retirement.
Sure.
Okay. And like, what do I do with this? How do I invest it? And you're making, I don't know, $5,000, $10,000 in there, every other year or so,
Sure.
and that's it. What about just grab half of that money and buy yourself a house and rent it out?
Sure.
And make about $20-some thousand a year.
Absolutely.
I mean, hello.
Yeah. And it's mostly passive income.
It's passive income, all of it.
With the exception of, when you have a
few little
appliance
things here and
break
there,
or
yeah.
there's some maintenance or upkeep that needs to be done,
Folks, I did it for years. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay. I always have said the benefit of renting, okay, completely outweighed all the inconvenience of having a home that you're renting out.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife may disagree a little with that for you, but that's a different story.
Right. Well, and this is kind of the on the reverse side of it, folks. If you are a renter and you're, and you're paying $1,000 a month for rent,
why not get yourself a house?
We could turn that into you paying $800 a month for the same thing in a mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, or less even.
Yeah, depending on the situation, we could definitely do that.
Yeah,
but don't be afraid. I mean, those things are there, and then on top of that, because in the end of the day, there's still limits and stuff like that. Loan Depot have a program called Act 60.
Okay.
It means 0% down because we're giving you the money for the down payment just the same.
Gotcha.
Okay. And that's definitely for repeating customers or first-time home buying just the same. I will set you up in the right program always. Okay. But we have MFA for first-time home buyers and repeating buyers. Okay. You just have to talk to me and I'll tell you which one you qualify for.
Gotcha.
I'll set you up with the right, deal. The Access Zero is there for times then when the people have the income that is too much, so they don't qualify for MFA. So I got the set, to take care of pretty much anybody.
Got it.
Right? Which is really, really good. And don't be afraid of what's happening in the market. The fact of the matter is we all need a place to live. Okay. So don't let that stuff,
absolutely
push you away to the idea of owning a home.
And you say this, every time you come in, like we were talking earlier about the rates, and we're starting to see a downward trend on that, some of the stuff that was coming down. But that being said, when you need a home is when you need a home, and getting even if you get into the game where the rates are a little higher, you just ride it out till the rates go down, and then you refinance, and then you're back, into a lower payment. But
100%.
But the moment you're owning your property or home instead of paying a lease or a rent check, everything's investing back, because every time you make a payment, you're paying your equity, your principal, and that's building a little equity and back into you. And so now all of a sudden, as you're paying that down, that $100,000 house, you pay 20 into it. Now you got 20,000 equity and 40. And next thing you know,
it just keeps getting better as we go.
Yeah, and that every time you make a mortgage, and to be honest, and ask Elliot about this, he'll show you tips on this. There's. It's okay to even pay a little more, like if you're trying to pay down quicker and even pay more towards principals, and it's not illegal or anything like that.
If you hear it on Facebook and TikTok,
yeah,
there's a lot of YouTubers out there talking about this all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to become one of those. Yeah. The fact is any home you have, the principal and interest you divide it by 6. Okay. You pay every month an extra 1/6 of that, okay, into your mortgage. That 30-year mortgage just became 15 years, folks.
Just cut it in half.
Okay. You just cut it in half just by paying one extra payment of 1/6 of it.
And that's how all money you save in interest rates, basically.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. because that's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
The idea, folks, the idea of having a 30-year
and it's not illegal to do.
No, it's not.
I'm surprised lending institutions haven't put a loophole in this yet, but they have.
No, I mean, well, there's states that there's like
I'm sure the feds
penalties
have,
to pay faster and everything. Folks, the fact of the matter is, the idea is not really to pay a home for 30 years.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay your home for 30 years.
To be honest, you're probably going to move out of that house before,
Well, we talk about this too.
Yeah.
It's the average of refinancing or then purchasing a new home is an average of 3 to 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's different. Okay. Most of the time the 3 is because they either want to get a better interest rate. The 5 is between the better interest rate or they move into a new home.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 is for sure they're doing some kind of investment.
Sure.
They're getting a new career. They're moving out of the state. I mean, there's so many factors in why people do what they do. But for many years, I did it to the point that I didn't sell anything. So I came to Roswell in 2006, okay? That's when I met my wife, all right? And then I didn't stay here, folks. I stole my bride and took it to Colorado, okay? The homes we have here, we kept them. We actually purchased more, okay? And I was managing them from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And the fact of the matter is, nobody take care of your home better than yourself. So, I'm not going to go in there and say some negative things about the management company. But we decided to come back.
Sure.
The wife didn't like the call too much anyway. But we decided to come back here. The homes that I have in Colorado, I sold them all. Okay. We came back here. We took control of our properties, and we even bought another house.
Picked up some more property.
Pick up another house. And we rented homes for a long time. We really did. And folks, the benefit outweighed the whole entire inconvenience of any inconvenience you have at all.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm gonna say this because my wife probably would agree with me. She might disagree with me about the way, the way of the inconvenience. But as a businessman, I know that it does outweigh the inconvenience. Folks, I made a lot of money. It was a blessing. Okay, my job that I was working when I was actually a banker. Okay. I was actually using that money, okay? I was using that money literally, to put it in the bank and save.
Sure.
And take care of the family. The rentals were 100% paying for everything.
That was kind of covering your bills, your expenses.
Yeah. You have to be smarter than the system, folks. But you need to be part of the system. If you're not part of the system, you're going to get left behind.
Sure.
Okay? Everybody thinks that they can, what is that phrase? What is that phrase that what's the name of that vampire hero? Blade.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know how he say like everybody's always trying to beat the bill.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
He says that you can't beat the bill if you're not part of the system, folks. You're gonna get around the system to a certain point, but it's gonna come to the point that you need to be part of the system to be able to continue growing to what you want to do.
Sure.
And again, folks, the feds are watching everything we do. Don't fake it because in the end, it's not going to happen.
It's going to catch up.
They're going to catch up with you. If you do everything by the book, I'll help you. You want to buy houses? I got ways you could buy houses. I don't even need to use your taxes. Okay, so there's so many ways that you can actually put yourself in such a better position. Do not be afraid of it, okay? Yeah. We have the programs. We have everything in place that can take care of you guys and allow you to grow as an individual, as an investor, okay? Don't let everybody that has tons of money be the only ones that do it. All of you guys out there can do it. I did it.
Sure.
Okay? Folks, I came from nothing, okay? And sometimes I feel like I don't have nothing anyway. But now, being realistic, I've been blessed, but I work hard for it.
Sure.
Okay. I take care of my customers. My partners and customers are the most important thing out there besides my wife.
Sure.
Okay. And you have to be there for them to be there for you.
Absolutely.
It's a two-way highway.
And in terms of investments going, and we're running short on time here, but in terms of investments going, real estate, by and large, is a pretty safe investment.
You never fail if you do the right thing.
I mean, you could. I mean, yes, it's possible to screw it up.
Oh yeah.
But it's really hard because there's a lot of pitfalls in place. There's usually a lot of catch-alls to catch things to really prevent you from buying a lemon type situation. Matter of fact, my in-laws, they're up in Albuquerque looking at new houses now. And of course, they look at, they're looking at $800,000, $900,000 homes and things. And
I'm going to try to get that business.
Yeah. Well, the thing it makes me laugh is a couple of them that turned out like one, upon inspection, it was around the time when they were using that certain kind of piping, and they would have to spend like $30,000 in overhaul. But it's stuff like that there's something that's going to catch that kind of stuff usually in real estate. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's why we do inspections. That's why we do appraisals.
And so this isn't like you day trading on stock markets or anything like that. It is really. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a passive, but there is sweat equity. I mean, if you want to make the most money, you're going to have to be semi-handy. You're going to have to be able to swap a water heater or repair a floor here or there or something. Mm-hmm. But if not, then you're going to have to willing to eat that cost, to have it done professionally. But anyway, that's you can work on that kind of stuff and it can be done.
No, I get it.
And it's not a bad way to go. And sure, there's ups and downs like anything. I see those TV show real estate nightmare shows that the hoarders come in and they throw Lord knows on everything.
I know.
Yeah.
But if you cross your T's here and there and do the right stuff, you'll be fine. Okay. Do not be afraid.
That's the exception, not the rule.
Okay. Those are like worst case scenarios that can happen.
Yeah.
If you don't watch what you do and you don't follow through,
and if you do a little
happen.
modicum of homework on who you release your places to.
I know, like my wife say, I told you to fire that contractor already, and you being so nice about it. Like,
absolutely.
Why?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. But if you are looking, whether it's your first home or if you're saying, you know what, I think I might want to be into investment properties and things like that, please reach out to Elliot with Loan Depot here. He'll be happy to sit down and talk with you and have a conversation, and let's just see where that conversation takes you here. I know, if you've never bought a home before and you're looking first time, this is something, when I say recommend talking to Elliot, because Elliot will sit down and go and work everything with you. And if you're not there, Elliot's not going to, kick you in the butt and say good luck to you.
No.
He's going to say, you know what, though, if you fix this, do this, and come see me in 6 months or whatever, I can get you in a house. I can start that process here today. So he'll work with you if you're like, okay, I know I'm not ready, but what can I do to get me out of this mess? Elliot will sit down and say, this is how we fix it.
Yeah, I do that every day, folks. Yeah. I tell people, you do this, and you're going to be fine.
Absolutely.
It may take a month, it may take 2 months, it may take 3 months. Every case is different.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And of course, if you're just trying to say, well, I got to, I heard Elliot talk about these VAs and combining this or that. I'd like, all right, let me take a stab at that for me here.
Yeah, I think outside the box a little. I always run, like last time we talked to Terry, from MFA.
Yeah.
I run ideas and stuff to them, and she said, yes, you could definitely do that.
Yeah.
It's like, so I get a little creative, staying inside the box. But like we did in the military, we take everything outside the box, fold it nice and neat.
That's right.
And guess what? You end up having more room for more.
That's right. That's right. Work smarter, not harder. That was my Air Force motto, not smarter Army. But please reach out to Elliot. You can call him direct, 719-237-4680. Again, that's 719-237-4680. You can always call his office here in Roswell. It's a 505 extension, but it is here in Roswell. 505-445-2070. Again, 505-445-2070. Of course, it is at 204 West 2nd, Suite 5, just kind of right catty corner from
across the street from the police station.
That way over there. I get turned around over here. Of course, you can visit online and everything else as well, too. He has a website you could check out. If you type in Elliot Rodriguez, spell Elliot with one L, Rodriguez with a Z at the end, at loandepot.com. You can go, that's his website. You can learn more about all of Loan Depot and its history, but then you can learn more about Elliot and his office and his staff and everything there. You can also shoot him emails. Elliot Rodriguez, same thing, at loandepot.com. Go there too. So I'm sorry, the website, loandepot.com/Elliot Rodriguez. Elliot Rodriguez at loandepot.com is the website there. So you can go there. And I'm sure if you do loandepot.com and there's like a search.
You'll find me. You'll find me.
And then please come by the office and let's start that conversation. And, it could be that decision made that kind of sets the table for success and creating that foundation for your families.
And folks, there's a lot of homes being built. Okay. Like I said, the total community.
Yeah.
They're going to build another 80 some, homes still. That's a lot of houses, folks.
Absolutely.
Okay. And that's going to take a handful of years for that to happen.
But demand is there now.
As much as they wanted to put one house at a time every month, that doesn't work quite that simple. But the fact of the matter is the project is in motion, and there's home for 200, and I think the bottom is 265.
Okay.
Most of them are 3 bedrooms and so on, and a little bigger depending on how the size is.
Sure.
And I think it goes to 315 or something like that. I have to look again. But the fact of the matter is they're energy efficient homes.
Gotcha.
Okay. They're new. It's a new neighborhood.
Sure.
Okay. And a little more affordable. The same thing with Jimmy Mitchell. They're doing, homes and try to do them a little more affordable, just the same as well.
Absolutely.
So
plus, I got more modern amenities and
and then you got
smarter systems.
You got Par 5. You got 5Cs constructions.
Imagine
you got so many different people building houses around that it's crazy.
Probably got smart heating, cooling systems that are a little bit more high tech than.
Yes, everything is getting better to make it easier for the consumer.
Yeah. So.
But no, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that. We have the programs, and we have the staff. I just hired my old assistant as a loan officer, which is awesome.
Great.
Because she knows everything about how the business is. I'm about to hire another loan officer pretty soon. So we have the team.
Nice.
We have the. What is that thing? We have the technology. We have the science.
Yeah.
We can do it. We can fix and do anything.
Good deal. Well, Elliot, as always, appreciate the visit. We'll see you next time here. And stay cool. It's going to be like 87
I know, it's
tomorrow.
So crazy. I keep switching up.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Former President Clinton is answering questions today in the congressional Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Yesterday, Hillary Clinton told lawmakers that when it comes to Epstein, she knows nothing. An AI pioneer stands to lose a lucrative Pentagon contract. Anthropic CEO says the company cannot, in good conscience, agree to the Pentagon's demands that it be able to use all of its technology. More U.S.-Iran nuclear talks are expected next week. There's been no deal yet. Iran state TV says the country has no plans, though, to halt uranium enrichment. Pakistan and Afghanistan trading attacks and a dramatic escalation of tension between the two countries. And on Wall Street, the Dow is down 676 points, while the Nasdaq is off 186. More details at srnnews.com.
Now, time for another Otis Advisor. So, while you're waiting for the snow cone truck, you might want to give some thought to this. What do men really want? I mean, aside from the usual stuff, like getting to wipe your nose on your sleeve or maybe a good stool softener. Men are simple organisms who still think they can play Wipeout on the drums or the steering wheel. That works pretty good. Men know they don't really have to drive a Testastarossa to be happy or have one of those TV cars that slides sideways in slow motion. Men know some other stuff too, like what a woman is. Hell, men are experts in that. And they know today's modern girl isn't looking for any fluff. Corn-fed girls want the same size claw hammer you're carrying, or anything that drives itself and doesn't come with a curling iron. Look, Fang Fang isn't up all night waiting for that box of Christmas pajamas you sent with the bunny feet and the tail. So what do men want? Really, it's just for you to be happy, and maybe let them burn some rubber once in a while just for fun. You know, for men, it comes down to one thing. What would Roy Rogers do? That's how you know if you're thinking right. If Roy would do it, then you can do it. But you still might want to pick up a box of suppositories on the way home. They make great stocking stuffers. It's your warrior snake priest, Uncle Otis, a domesticated 10-point buck from Texas, classically trained in hoot and handy around the house. I'll see you at the Peace March.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure is parked over the southeastern states, and that'll stay with us through the weekend. Really warm temperatures coming up. Mid to upper 80s for the afternoon high today. It should be sunny. Overnight will be clear with mid 40s, and then warmer on Saturday, upper 80s across the entire area, and we get sunshine. We'll stay in the upper 80s and sunny on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning, I'm John Terrett. I've got some splaining to do, so listen up. Yesterday we told you chipmaker Nvidia's earnings were stellar, and they were great. The company reported that computer demand is growing exponentially and the stock was up 2%. And then the markets opened yesterday morning, and with that came worries that Nvidia can't maintain its pace, that the demand they cited isn't sustainable, and the big tech names slumped again. Leading the way, Nvidia down 5.4% yesterday, and that is a big drop for one of the world's most watched and most expensive stocks. At the end of the Thursday session, the Dow was in the green, the Nasdaq and the S&P in the red, but off their lows. Warner Brothers Discovery posted lower sales, earnings and profits yesterday amid its takeover fight with Paramount and Netflix. Netflix CEO will be at the White House next week. That's an interesting development. The Jeep maker Stellantis posted its first annual loss ever in corporate history, caused by EV write-downs, but the Detroit-based company stock was up over 4%. And something for the weekend, the California-based software company Anthropic has until 5 p.m. Eastern this afternoon to reach a deal with the Pentagon over how the military uses its software. It's going to be a big story. Watch out for it next week. With business, I'm John Terrett.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Artesia General Hospital presents ways to keep your home healthy this winter. Picture it, your home on a cool evening. The heater's humming, the family's cozy, and everyone is staying healthy because you planned ahead. Start with flu shots for the whole family and remind the little ones, washing hands is a superpower. Next, balance those holiday meals. Add roasted veggies, swap sugary drinks for water, and enjoy rich foods in smaller portions. And while you enjoy that warm indoor air, remember, your skin needs care too. Moisturize daily, run a humidifier, and drink plenty of water. A healthy home makes for a joyful season. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
Start the year strong with a home that's comfortable, efficient, and easy on your energy bills. The Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready with biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night, plus a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding area. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the all-star lineup at Roswell Honda. Leading the pack, the 2026 Honda Civic Sedan. Just 4.49% APR for 48 months. The 2026 Civic Hybrid, just 3.99% for 48 months. The 26 Honda HR-V, just 2.49% for 48 months. And the best-in-class 26 Honda CR-V Hybrid, just 2.49% for 36 months. Time to join the winning team at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
The great one, Mark Levin, is now in Roswell on 106.5 KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. The U.S. Embassy in Israel is telling staffers they can leave the country if they want to, and it's urging anyone considering departure not to delay, as the threat of an American strike on Iran looms. Meanwhile, the State Department says Secretary of State Rubio will be making a quick trip to Israel next week. There were rumors of this during the height of the unrest in Iran.
Reports have emerged that during the large uprising against the Iranian government in January, plainclothes agents swarmed hospitals in multiple cities, treating the thousands wounded by Iranian security forces who fired on large crowds to quash massive protests against the Iranian government. One doctor who asked not to be identified says,
"The first concern at the time was the patient's safety, because we knew that the patient, no matter what we did for the patients, they wouldn't be safe once they stepped right outside the hospital."
There are multiple reports of agents intimidating hospital staff, seizing injured protesters, taking away the dead in body bags. Dozens of doctors were arrested.
I still have trouble sleeping at nights. Sometimes I don't sleep at all.
Iranian health officials are refuting those claims. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
A UN nuclear watchdog report says Iran blocks inspectors from checking nuclear sites that were hit in the June war. That's leaving a big gap in what the world can verify. Former President Clinton is answering questions today in the congressional Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Yesterday, Hillary Clinton told lawmakers that she knows nothing of Epstein's criminal activities. President Trump visits Corpus Christi, Texas today. He'll focus on the economy ahead of the Texas primary. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 570 points, the Nasdaq off 183. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This month, Pure Talk is honoring...
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Have traded attacks and a dramatic escalation of tension between the countries. Pakistan's defense chief says the two countries are now at war.
Just after parts of Kabul, Kandahar and Paktia were bombed by Pakistani fighter jets, a social media post from Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif declared open war with Afghanistan, saying our patience has reached its limit. He was referring to Pakistan's oft-repeated complaint that the Taliban in Afghanistan shelter militants who attack soldiers and civilians in Pakistan, an allegation the Taliban denies vehemently. The latest fighting has led to dozens of deaths on either side.
The BBC's Sanjay Dasgupta. President Macron is updating France's nuclear deterrence doctrine as Europe worries about Russia. Macron will speak Monday at a French submarine base and will signal how France thinks now about using nuclear weapons. News and analysis, townhall.com. One package delivery giant says if it gets a refund, its customers may get one too.
FedEx says it will pass along tariff refunds to shippers and consumers. FedEx filed a lawsuit in the Court of International Trade to get a refund on what it paid for tariffs set by President Trump. Last week, the Supreme Court ruled those tariffs are illegal. After the ruling, the president said there was no mention of what happens next.
Wouldn't you think they would have put one sentence in there saying that keep the money or don't keep the money, right? I guess it has to get litigated for the next 2 years.
More than 1,000 companies have filed suit to recoup cost from tariffs. I'm Ed Donahue.
Not long after he paid a visit to communist China, today finds Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney in India. It's part of his drive to lessen his country's economic reliance on the United States. On the agenda for the talks, trade, investment, energy, minerals, and technology. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder. and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Crazy Viernes.
Three Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy Friday, everybody.
And we do indeed mean happy Friday.
Bottom of my heart.
So tomorrow is the last day of February.
Correct.
Which means next Saturday is the first Saturday of March.
Correct.
And the Saturday after that is second Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, they have figured out a way to prolong breakfast. Same thing this year.
It's the latest
Sunday,
possible.
It was the latest possible Saturday that we could have breakfast from the Salvation Army.
It's this 28-day February that messed it all up. This 28-day month that messed it all up.
Lousy smarch weather.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But, yeah, so you're going to have to wait for it. But, indeed, it's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Should be, yeah. 87, 88.
So, looking forward
Both
to that.
days.
Getting out and soaking up some sun. I got to tell you, I got a chance to check out the, not one, but two episode premiere of the reboot of Scrubs.
Oh, that aired this week?
That aired this week on ABC and on Hulu the next day.
Okay.
And I gotta say,
they didn't premiere it Tuesday with the dang dress, did they?
No, it's traditionally been on a Wednesday. Wednesday was a tough day for me because Wednesday not only was the premiere of the rebooted Scrubs, which I was going to wait and watch it on Thursday on Hulu anyways.
Mm-hmm.
It's also my traditional wrestling night, but it's also, this last Wednesday, was the premiere of season 50 of Survivor.
Oh, that's right. It was, yeah.
So, and I don't
Did you watch that?
I don't have Paramount, so I have not watched that yet.
Okay. I haven't watched it.
I'm going to probably, in a couple weeks, I'm going to probably I'm going to deactivate something to reactivate Paramount so that I can watch Survivor this season, just so I can make sure to keep caught up, because this feels like it's going to be a big season.
Now, is Survivor a once-a-week show now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Wednesday nights.
I didn't know if they big brothered it where it comes on like 3 nights a week or something like that.
It's traditionally always been just the one night, unless they do like a big 2-night thing. They've only done that like once or twice in the series.
It's been a minute since I watched, so I was like,
But I feel like since this is 50, I feel like there's going to be a lot of returns, a lot of, nostalgia triggered. So I feel like I need to watch this season.
Yeah.
Plus, this is kind of the only way that I really connect with my mom anymore, really.
She's still
Still a very avid Survivor fan.
Survivor. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Does she like Big Brother?
No, never was a fan of Big Brother.
I thought
but
she liked that.
But she really did enjoy Survivor.
I'm not going to lie. I wish they'd bring back The Mole.
That was a really fun show. I did enjoy The Mole.
Now, I got to be honest.
You know what?
I liked the non-celebrity Anderson Cooper version better than the Stephen Baldwin pseudo-celebrity version.
I'm going to wet your whistle a little bit, sir.
Wet my whistle?
Wet your whistle. What I want you to do is go seek out a show, and I believe it's on Netflix, called The Traitors.
I've seen advertisements for that.
It is very much in the same vein as The Mole.
I saw that, and I was like, maybe.
I think that's something that you can...
I think it's on Hulu or something,
It's either Hulu or Netflix, but there's also... There's a British version of it.
Okay.
And there's a American version of it.
The American version doesn't have, what's his name, Cummings or whatever's like the host
Ian
of it.
Cummings?
Something like, yeah.
I think
Andy or Ian or... Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Oh,
I know his face.
Is it Andy Cohen?
No, it's not Andy Cohen.
Okay, then
he's... As soon as I see his face, I think it's Cummins. Cummins.
Okay.
But I don't remember his first name.
It's not Alan Cumming. That's Alan Cumming. Cumming. But
Well, as soon as you see his face, you know him. I just can't remember.
But that,
and I can't remember the show he's famous for.
That show, I feel like, is one that would definitely whet your whistle.
Yeah,
for sure.
I probably need to check that one out.
But back to Scrubs. I was pleasantly surprised. I was very worried going into this because I did have to live through what was essentially, in Community, they call it the gas leak year.
Yes.
But for Scrubs, it was the interns year or the med school year. And it was bad. So you go into this with a little bit of trepidation, like, are they going to do something like this again?
Right.
But I got to tell you, both episodes, they played out exactly the way you wanted them to play.
So as a fan, you were satisfied.
Yeah, exactly. It was the Bill Lawrence format that you knew and remembered and loved from the first 8 seasons of Scrubs. It was that energy recaptured. And it was a lot of characters that I was kind of surprised they brought back. Like they brought Dr. Mickhead back, which the funniest thing about Dr. Mickhead is he was only ever created for one joke in one episode and has become a recurring character off of that one joke.
It was a good joke.
It was a good joke. Hey, Dr. Mickhead, whatever we call him in OR. But the Todd made his way back, which that man does not age. It's insane to me. But the energy, the emotion was there. I'll admit I teared up at the end of both episodes. The way they play it out and the way they kind of, I won't spoil anything, but the way that the succession takes place. It's very emotional and very interesting. I enjoyed it. And one thing that I thought was interesting, and kind of the reason I wanted to bring it up this morning, is because it made me chuckle. Because when you first, if you'll remember when Ted Lasso first was like making its debut and episodes were coming out, all the advertisements said from the executive producer of Scrubs, when Shrinking came out, it was like from the executive producer of Scrubs and Ted Lasso. It's come full circle because the two I have Hulu with ads. So the 2 episodes that I watched were sponsored by the new season of Scrubs on ABC. So the commercial going into it was kind of a commercial rundown of what to expect this season or whatever. And it very boldly says, from the executive producer of Ted Lasso and Shrinking.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, we have really come around full circle.
It's to get those younger generation into Scrubs.
It's brilliant. They used the same I'm No Superman song, the same one from the original.
The OG, yeah.
The exact same open, with the exception that instead of at the end when JD hangs up the X-ray, he swipes it from a tablet onto the big screen.
Ooh, technology.
Yeah. It was like, I was like, oh, I see what you did. Everything else was exactly the same.
Well, it would be kind of weird if he pulls out a brick phone. Yeah,
Right.
it just wouldn't jive.
No,
so.
but yes, it was satisfying.
I keep hearing rumblings there's going to be another Ted Lasso season.
Really?
That's what I hear tell.
Okay.
Like that's out there, and then, like people attached to the show are the ones saying it. So
I'll tell you, Bill Lawrence, when he gets into those creative moves and modes,
I don't know how. I mean, for people that watch Ted Lasso, it kind of had a finality to it.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. But,
you know what I'd like to see another season of? And I don't think it'll ever happen, but Cougar Town.
No, it won't.
It won't ever happen. I know, but that was. For the time that it was in, and for that moment, it was a hilarious show.
Wasn't the two of them, Courtney Cox and David Arquette, weren't they like, that was their baby, that show? Like they executive produced it, wrote it?
I think, yeah. It was,
I think it was like their whole thing together, wasn't it?
It was theirs, but Bill Lawrence was the executive producer of that show.
I got you.
That's kind of the sinewy tissue, and it's funny too because Dan Harmon is good friends with Bill Lawrence. Dan Harmon, creator of Community.
Yes.
There's a whole run in Community that Abed was obsessed with the show Cougar Town.
I remember that. Yeah.
And there's an episode of Cougar Town that he actually ends up in, making a cameo in the background.
I remember that.
So there was a universe crossover between Cougar Town and Community for a brief minute.
That's way bigger than when King of Queens would show up on Raymond or vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Well, back in the day, there was so when I was younger, not a kid, but like an older kid, like 10 to 12.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh, it was maybe when I was even a younger kid. I remember Family Matters did this thing where Urkel showed up on the set of everybody's show. Like he showed up at the Tanner house for Full House. He was in a rocket jetpack and showed up on Step by Step.
Okay.
With the Lamberts.
Yeah.
Hanging out with that family, and then showed up at his episode of Family Matters. But it was just kind of funny that across all these episodes, it was just
because that would have been
Urkel
ABC, right?
Yeah.
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 And ABC was kind of known for doing that.
That was during that during TGIF, really the heyday of that programming block.
Well, and the King of Queens, that was all Worldwide Pants stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All Letterman's production company.
Yeah, that's all.
And of course, King of Queens and Raymond were both under that umbrella.
Yeah.
So
those were the CBS's kind of answer to it, which is funny because the end of the final season of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the final season of Family Matters. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. The final season of Family Matters and the final season of Step by Step ended up on CBS because they bought the rights from ABC when they were canceling it. So they aired a final season on those on CBS, and by that point, the show had the ship had sailed.
Right.
They were grasping at straws.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of like I feel like that Brooklyn Nine-Nine kind of got the same treatment, where it kind of it started out really good, but then after the jockeying and the shifting, I think it just got lost in the shuffle, and you lost the story.
When you consistently shift a program around, you're not giving it a chance to get a foothold.
Yeah.
And I've seen the network do this to a bunch of different shows in the past. One specifically that comes to mind, which kind of breaks my heart, if you ever get a chance and you find the DVD version of it, Clerks did an animated series for ABC. And if you can find the DVD, it's got commentary tracks and it's got some behind the scenes information that's really interesting, because that show, they did six total episodes, and they only ever aired 2 on ABC.
I remember the commercials.
And one of them was a clip show.
Yeah.
The joke was, and they did this years before Dan Harmon ever did it in Community. The joke was their flashback in their clip show was all things that we'd never seen them do. Mm-hmm. So it was flashing back to memories that we have never seen before, so new to us, but it was a clip show.
Right, reminiscing. Yeah.
So, but it's great. It's a fantastic show.
I wonder. I guess you probably have to go online and eBay it or something.
You could find it online, on Amazon or places like that. I have a copy of it, but there's a whole section where they talk about how ABC optioned for this animated series and brought it to it and funded it. They animated 6 episodes, and this was all during the summer, I think it was spring into summer, that ABC was being bought by Walt Disney.
Oh, okay.
So when Disney came in, they saw what they were doing with the Clerks thing, and they were like, hold on.
Right.
This doesn't shake the
Those
Disney.
are two different audiences, really. The Clerks movie and the show was marketed to kids, wasn't it? If I remember right.
It was not.
No.
I mean, it wasn't okay.
But it wasn't a Saturday morning cartoon, like a kid's cartoon?
It wasn't. Well, it was marketed to adults in that Saturday morning cartoon format.
Yeah.
At the end, they always did a life lesson with Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
And he would just show up at the end and it would just be Jay and Silent. And that actually came from the Disney side of things. They said, we need some kind of
positive
moral lesson. So they brought in Charles Barkley to do.
They did the more you know, the Yo-Yo.
The G.I. Joe
knowing's
thing.
half the battle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's a cool story. They Jay and Silent Bob sold fireworks. They didn't sell weed or anything. They sold firecrackers.
Well, because it's a kids show.
Mm-hmm. But it's a great show. I fully recommend it if you ever get a chance to if you come across it, pick it up.
Well,
it's worth it.
What? Speaking of that, and then we'll start the hour here. But when's all the Dogma stuff supposed to be
I think that already
public.
came and went.
Well, I thought they were doing a theatrical release of Dogma. Or
they
something.
did a theatrical.
Oh, they did?
I don't know if they ever released the re-release on DVD.
Okay,
that's a good question.
Because I'm like, where's all my Dogma stuff?
Yeah, it was like late last year is when all that went down.
Yeah.
It says the 25th. Yeah, the 25th anniversary was the worldwide release on June 5th, 2025. Okay, a 4K steelbook and physical digital release is also planned.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, so they haven't released it yet.
I just want to see the movie, man. I don't need all this.
I know. I just and the kicker, before all this was going down, you could find it on YouTube.
Yeah, now not so much. Yep. I just want to see it. It's been 20 years. I'd like to take a look at it, you know.
Mind?
In a minute. All right. Unfortunately,
gaze upon the face of God.
Try it. Just want to see them all hanging out with wings on it, having a movie burger, you know? All this, or a movie
what
biscuit.
Loki's supposed to look like.
That's right. Not all marveled up. Which I think Damon says that at least a half dozen times in interviews and stuff when he does the Loki comparisons. Like, I look like in Dogma.
Yeah. If you're looking for Loki, you're looking for this.
Well, and you and I both, we kind of grew up in an age where I find it the ultimate inside joke that George Carlin is like the Archbishop in that movie.
Yeah.
If you know Carlin and his stand-up and how he is, and then so he's the Archbishop, and then the whole Buddy Christ. I mean, it's
everything about that, like the tongue-in-cheekness of that movie, is spot on and before its time. In all honesty, because a lot of Carlin and the genius of Carlin is sort of in. You get it at the time, but then you go back and you start analyzing. You start looking at kind of the nuance of how he lays out different like stories and different ways of explaining things. And you see that he knew the machinations of what was happening, but behind the scenes of everything.
By the way, that movie Dogma, literally, and to be honest, even with a Kevin Smith movie, it's probably his most star-studded.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, like even like some of the later Kevin Smith, there's always 80 cameos. Your young man just passed away. Will Creek or Dawson's Creek, whatever that guy.
Oh, James Vanderbilt.
Yeah, him and all those guys.
For a while, for the longest time, I was just calling him the Dawson. From Jay and Silent Bob.
Well, I think of it, but but you know what I mean. But Dogma, I mean, literally, I mean, from Carlin to Chris Rock to Professor Snape. To Alanis Morissette, there's literally
it's.
I mean, and then the usual cavalcade of Jason Lee and just all the normal Kevin Smith cast.
I've told the story before, but Jason Mewes was basically told before, like Kevin Smith got with him and said, "This is like a serious Hollywood production.
Yeah, you gotta act.
Like actual." Actors are going to be on set. So Mewes learned not only all his lines, but every line from the movie. Like everybody's lines.
Well, and like what's his name? And now his name is really, but the guy plays who's Snape, who's the Archangel. Alan Rickman. Thank you. Yeah. That guy's, like that level, that guy's considered like he's a serious, you know what I mean?
And Mewes even says that. He's like, that Rickman guy is in it.
Yeah, Rickman's like another level of acting compared to everybody else in that movie, and that's...
Yeah, okay, and I know we're getting completely off topic here, but it's really funny when you take actors like that and put them in situations like that because, like you said, he was a Shakespearean trained...
Yeah, I mean, yes, he's in Die Hard, but you know what I mean?
Actor, and he's got a litany
classically trained, yeah.
The chief of the highway patrol in Super Troopers, Brian O'Halloran, I believe is his name.
Yes.
Was a classically trained Shakespearean actor from I think he went to school in London and trained under just the most amazing thespians in Shakespearean art.
I think a lot of some of your more infamous
and he specifically requested that he get to play that role because he kind of just wanted to just cut loose a little bit.
Well, that's got to be the fun. It's like you're into acting and all this, but everything can't be serious. Sometimes you want to just have a...
Somewhere there's like a famous Brian O'Halloran lines, and like one of them is like a famous like couplet, and the other one's, I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
All right. We need to get the hour going. I just saw the time. Unfortunately, Amy can't join us in studio this morning. She's a little under weather. So they've got the big event here on Saturday as we kick off March and Women's History Month. So we're going to, in its place, play the interview we had back on the 12th. We had John LeMay join us, and we also had Linda Sanchez join us, who's going to be the guest speaker at Sunday's event there at the Historical Society as we kick off Women's History Month here. So we're going to play that interview in its place here, talking about the event on Sunday, and of course, get a little inside. Had a great conversation with Linda. So we're going to play that. But before we do, let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure is parked over the southeastern states, and that'll stay with us through the weekend. Really warm temperatures coming up. Mid to upper 80s for the afternoon high today. It should be sunny. Overnight will be clear with mid 40s, and then warmer on Saturday. Upper 80s across the entire area, and we get sunshine. We'll stay in the upper 80s and sunny on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 61 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 22%. Excuse me. Cold stuff. Winds, are out of the south at 6 miles per hour. Today, tomorrow, this weekend, it's just going to be downright feeling early summer, late spring like. Sunny and 86 for a high today. North winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Clear tonight, overnight low of 45. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny and 87. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny and 88. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Next week, looking upper 70s for Monday. There's a slight chance of rain Tuesday night. Back in the low 80s. Midweek, and then maybe like Thursday dipping down in the 70s for a little bit, but not too bad next week as well here. Hey, don't forget, this Monday, Texas Roadhouse, their next Dine to Donate night, it's going to be this upcoming Monday, here March the 2nd. This is for the Teen Leadership Institute with Leadership Roswell Alumni Association. If you go and get the flyer, which if you go on the Teen Leadership or Leadership Roswell Alumni Association Facebook page, you can get it. Bring it with you. It's also got a direct scan to donate on there if you'd like to donate directly to the Teen Leadership Institute on there as well. But if you go there, bring that flyer with you, either a digital or a printed out version. And then, of course, bring it with you between the hours of 3 and 10 p.m. on Monday. 10% of your meal cost will go right back to Leadership Roswell Alumni Association Teen Leadership Institute. So, again, that's this Monday night, 3 to 10 at Texas Roadhouse. Again, look for the flyer online on the Teen Leadership Institute Facebook page. Leadership Roswell Alumni Association Facebook page. You'll find it there. We'll get it up on our Facebook page too there. So another place you can find it. All right, quick break, and then our interview with our very own John LeMay, of course, and then Linda Sanchez talking about the big event here on Sunday at the Historical Society. Don't go away.
Fall in love with Sweetheart Specials all month long at Roswell Hyundai with 3.99% APR for 60 months on 2026 Hyundai Kona or Elantra, 0% for 72 months on 2025 Palisade, and 0% for 60 months on 2026 Tucson and Santa Fe. And with Sweetheart Service Specials all month long, like 15% off wipers, air filters, brake pads, spark plugs, plus up to 20% off select parts and service. Sweetheart savings all month long at Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd. When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast, no matter how remote the site. When every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support.
This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture, and I'm here to tell you watching the game from a sorry recliner is not how life should be enjoyed. You could have a power recliner with an adjustable headrest in your favorite spot right now. American built and a solid guarantee are the reasons we stand behind our recliners, and you can be confident in the service we provide. So pull your backsides from that old chair and cheer for your team in style. Come down and see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Accelerate your expectations at Roswell Nissan with double your down payment, up to $2,000 towards your next vehicle. Get 0% APR for 60 months on all 25 Muranos and 26 Rogues and Muranos. How about $3,000 bonus cash on all 25 Altimas? And with double your down payment on the pre-owned lot, you'll save like never before. And in service, take 15% off parts sold at counter. Accelerate your expectations all month long at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
The FFA of Chavez and Eddy County, growing the next generation of leaders that will change the world. Listing Echo Feeds, your hometown stop for fresh milled feeds, animal health products, and ranch supplies, proudly partners with KSVP TV and the FFA chapters of Chavez and Eddy County to live stream chapter speeches and celebrate these future leaders. FFA Week, February 21st through the 28th, brought to you by Listing Echo Feeds, 905 White Mill Road in Roswell.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-960-3377. That's 800-960-3377. 800-960-3377.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, no, I'm growing like a bamboo. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, John LeMay's back with us. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Mike.
How are you doing today?
Doing good.
And joining us on the phone this morning, Linda Sanchez is back with us. Linda, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Well, welcome, and good to have you back on the show. How's life been treating you, Linda?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Good deal. Good. Glad to hear. Well, good news is Linda's going to be back here in Roswell with us here on March 1st as we have our Women's History Month celebration event that's going to be taking place at the Historical Society here. John, just before we get talking to Linda, just kind of give just a little bit of what the event's going to be about here.
Sure. So on is it Saturday, March 1st?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mix up my Saturdays and my Sundays. That's what it is. But yes, Saturday, March 1st, Linda's going to give a talk on her mentor, Eve Ball.
Yeah.
We're going to do a Women's History Month celebration just because we got a lot of cool things this past year relating to female writers and historians. Like we got donated a painting that Ernestine Chester Williams did. And then
nice.
Linda was gracious enough to donate Eve Ball's interview chair, and just with all those items coming in at once, we just thought, it's a good time to do that.
Absolutely. And of course, with the March, that'll be March 1st with Linda, and then they're going to be doing a book signing event on March 7th, the next Saturday as well here too. So it's kind of a busy month here. But now, Linda, we had chatted with you a few months ago when you were in town here, and we talked about Eve, and for folks, hopefully they got their beak wet last time, and then they can come visit here on March 1st and get a little more in depth with you on talking about Eve Ball.
Yes, I have quite a bit planned to talk about, and I also have some artifacts that I will be showing and telling about that I found or that were given to me from Eve Ball's files. That's why I'm calling this presentation an archaeological adventure through the files of Eve Ball.
Okay. Well, and this is always, I'm a guy that loves.
A lot of us.
I'm sorry.
Pardon me?
I'm sorry. I was just saying, and this sounds fun to me because I love artifacts. Like I love the stories of people, but you hand me the pen that they wrote the thing with or the book that they, I love that kind of stuff. So it sounds like this has a lot of Eve memorabilia in that regard.
I think the people that attend will really enjoy the variety and the authenticity of these items.
Mm-hmm.
And, for example, in the exhibit now on display at the Archive Center, there are 3 bullets, 45-70 cartridges, really. And I talked to you about them the last time we visited. And they were Yanosha's bullets that he hid in his hair during his 27 years of imprisonment as a POW. So I will be talking about Yanosha and those bullets. And I will also have a jewelry box that belongs to the mother of Porfirio Diaz. And most people know that he was the dictator of Mexico for 35 years and actually was the cause of the Mexican Revolution. So how the heck did Eve Ball get a jewelry box that belonged to his mother? And so those are some stories that I will present when I talk about the different artifacts.
Yeah, it is. Last time when we had a chance to talk to you, we really got to talk about just some of the amazing life that is Eve Ball and her chronicling of history and the things that she's done. And then, like you said, we talked a little bit about the people that helped her do it along the way and that's what some of these artifacts and the people they get to meet. But it's so cool that, when you have a person like her that got to see so many different things in history and then share it and chronicle it. And to me, that's just it's like she got to be in the room and meet the people and do the thing that we got to, and so that's what makes it so fascinating to me to hear all that stuff. So for folks that really don't really know that much about Eve, I hope you come to the event on March 1st and first off learn about how amazing this woman is, but then hear and see some of the adventures and some of the people that she's met and some of the things she experienced. I hope people take all of that in. They come and see the cool artifacts, but they really encompass the whole story that is Eve Ball.
I think they will really enjoy it, and I'm always open for questions, of course. And I think there are about 5 or 6 different artifacts representing different periods of time, and they were all just hidden away in her files. And I think put them in there and forgot about them, and then 25 years later, this curious person named Linda Sanchez, when she was helping her and working with her, found these things, and I asked her, well, what in the world is this, or why do you have this written down like such and such? And I just found, and I think John would be interested in this, I found some correspondence from the 30s and the 40s about gold, and that also included the famous New Mexico Adams diggings.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm very excited to see that.
Very cool.
Yeah, so they were planning on going back into that area and then across the border into Mexico for more gold. And the American public has always been gold-thirsty, bloodthirsty, and gold-hungry.
Absolutely.
That's what Evo said. So, I think that's partially true.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, most of the stories of the Wild West, gold, or if not gold, silver or something, precious metal was right behind the story involved with it, usually. So.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. So for folks, we would love to invite folks to come out on March 1st. It'll be that Sunday at the Historical Society, and Linda will be there from 2 till about 3:30. And you can sit and talk with her about Eve and see some of the artifacts. And I'm sure Linda's got If you've got you want to hear some stories, hear some things attached to this, Linda will be happy to share all that with you and talk with you, and hopefully maybe pique your interest to maybe even do your own little research and reading about her. So.
Oh yes, I Eve always was interested in education, and I insist that we teach history in a better way than we do, and parents out there need to do that too. Not only teach your own family history, but insist that the school system actually teach history and not just, the dates and underline the important factors in the chapter. That's so boring, and it turns off so many people. But anyway, as a former history teacher, that's the way I feel.
Sure.
Eve also was very, very, she had a rough time with professors and other historians with regard to accepting oral history.
Mm-hmm.
And oral history, it definitely has a part in the mosaic that we call history. And sometimes it can reveal things that we would never have imagined if somebody hadn't interviewed this person or that woman or, whatever. And Eve was always, the people trusted her. And when you trust someone, you tend to open up a little more.
Sure. Well, and I think stories and people like her and yourself for that matter, whereas when we get in talking about history and John also to this, we get people think of history and wrap up history and think it's about times, dates, locations, and places and who begat whom to what in this location and all this other thing. And I'm like, the real history is the feelings, the sentiment, what. Okay, yes, we know Billy the Kid was here doing this at what time, but what was the feeling? Why was the mindset behind it? Why was that? And that's where the real fun history is learning through, other people's eyewitness accounts, through other, and generally speaking, especially when you get to oral history and Wild West stuff, things do get embellished and changed over the years, or people's perspectives of things change. But when you get enough people's different perspective of the thing, you tend to get a clear picture of what that person saw it from this angle. And to me, that's the fun part of history is that not so much, we know what happened here at this event, but what was the mindset behind it? What were people thinking? I
think this is a really good place for me to chime in on why I like Eve Ball, because it's exactly everything you just said, Mike.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to read for recreation and enjoyment. Mm-hmm. Everything I read has to do with something I'm working on. So she wrote a book called Ma'am Jones of the Pecos about the Carlsbad, Seven Rivers region and a family that lived there. I was just going to use that book's index for information on Ash Upson.
Okay.
And kind of just take what I needed from it. And that was all I was going to do. But I started reading it, and I literally could not put the book down. And I read it purely for recreation
enjoyment
in like the course of 2 days, because I just couldn't put it down. And it's because she wrote it as a historical novel, mm-hmm. but it's everything that she could was based on fact. And yes, she had some supposed dialogue.
Sure.
But you're right, Mike. I mean, that's why people like her, is you could sit down and read that book and become immersed in it, and you still learn the history.
Absolutely. Yeah, the feeling behind it, and and then you start to put yourself in that situation and say, would I react the same way had I be put in that situation? And that's, to me, that's part of the fun of the history. To me, is kind of, what would I have been like in that situation? Kind of thing. Does that make sense to you, Linda, at all, what we're talking about?
Yes. A lot of people say, well, what do a bunch of old Indians know? They're going to, elaborate and make up stories, mm-hmm. and the same for the Anglo and the Hispanic old-timers. But, for example, with the Native Americans, they had no system of writing, and most of them at that time did not read or write. And so the only way they had of sending messages or learning about their own history was through oral communication.
Gotcha.
And he said that she had heard the same story from the same person in almost the exact same words several times over many years. So, they really got into the method of repeating, because repeating is how young people learn things. Or if they had to send a message to another area during a battle, you had to be able to take things down in your mind because you didn't write it down.
Sure.
And so when they did that, it became such a habit that they are believable, and those were not lies like a lot of people say, well, what do a bunch of old guys know? Well, they know a heck of a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's and to me that's and for like yourself and Eve, to me that's what I admire is they understand the importance of capturing those testimonies, those accounts, because it's kind of like today where you see a lot of folks that want to interview, like for instance World War II veterans, and they like to get them on video to talk with them, so because we're losing that generation, we don't have many left, and so we want to preserve those memories and everything, and so that Eve is kind of like that, before the days of cameras and video recordings and things like that to archive stuff. She did preserving the history of these people, their stories that quite frankly, this stuff all disappears after a couple hundred years. I mean, we know so much, like for instance, we know a lot about history in the 1860s and various parts of the world, but there's so much we've lost to that history, the stories, the people to it, that, even things like cabins and buildings and structures, they disappear and go away, but through people's arts, through people's books, we are able to capture and remember what those things were like. And Linda was really a pioneer in that. I mean, Linda is too, but Eve was definitely a pioneer in some of that work. It's, to me, that's, and I hope people come and learn and appreciate what she did there. So I hope they use this opportunity to do so.
And she was a wonderful speaker as well, and I took her to many different places for her speeches at that time. And she even paid for my tickets and called me Leadfoot Linda. And I said, well, the speed limit is a certain way, and this is what we're going to do. And I had a 1977 International Scout, and she loved it. And it had dual mufflers, and she would giggle when she got in, and she'd say, well, let's go, Leadfoot Linda.
Nice. Too bad you don't have that Scout anymore. That's probably, that vehicle might be worth money nowadays. Very good. But we would love folks to come out and see Linda here again. It's going to be happening at the archives facility there at the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Sunday, March 1st, here in about 2 weeks or so. It's only about 2 weeks away. It's crazy. It's going to be from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Come and Linda will be doing her presentation about Eve Ball. And come experience the stories, learn about the with this side, it's kind of the archaeological, so you get to see some of the pieces that inspired some of the stories and some of the people that were connected to these pieces, and hear their accounts and things like that. And Linda does a really great job of through her books and through her stories, so you get a chance to pick her brain, and you don't get a chance to do that very often. So I highly recommend you come and
I'll be there, Mike. I'll be there a little bit early to set things up and to visit with folks as they come into the archives.
Awesome.
And also they'll be able to see the exhibit that we had from November to now, and it's just a beautiful exhibit.
Oh, it is.
The staff put in. Have you seen it?
I have, yes. It's amazing. Yeah, it looks great. And I'm going to be available this time, March 1st. Last time you were in town, I can't remember exactly what happened, but that day got really crazy on me. Something happened at house and work, and I think it was around football or something. It just got nuts on me that day, so I never got there. But March 1st is a much more free date on my dance card, so we'll be good.
Well, that sounds great. I'll look forward to seeing you. But if you're carrying a sack of rotten tomatoes, I'm going to run.
No, I don't carry rotten food. My food's too valuable to waste. Well, Linda, is there anything we that you want to mention on your end that we didn't get a chance to talk about before we let you get back to it?
Well, I'm going to be presenting a lot of different topics, and we'll be talking about gold bars and buried money, and certain artifacts that the Apaches used for everyday life. the jewelry box that belonged to Porfirio Diaz's mother. And all of these things represent our regional history. And I just do need to emphasize the importance of teaching history in our schools in a fun way and financing field trips, because I've had so many students tell me when I saw them as adults in later life, oh, I just loved our trip to Santa Fe, and I wish we could have had more trips like that. You know, they're expensive, but they're worthwhile because they plant those seeds that grow into a beautiful walnut or oak tree, and it creates a different perspective in every student. So those are some of the things that are important as well. And I don't know, John and I have known each other for, what is it, John, about 10 or 12 years?
Yes, ma'am. I believe it might even be longer than that. It might even be closer to 15.
Well, it could be. Gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but I do just want to interject about what you said about kids. Kids can't act like they're enjoying themselves around other kids. They have to pretend like it's boring, but later they'll admit to you how much they enjoyed it.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think that's very true. They do enjoy these things. They just can't act like it.
You gotta look cool doing it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I understand. But, well, that's for me as a kid. For me, too, I was like that. I read all this stuff, but outwardly, I didn't tell anybody, you know. But we would look forward to seeing you here on March 1st, Linda, and we are excited to hear some new stories and see some new stuff, and I look forward to meeting you face to face too.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate your visiting with me, and I look forward to seeing you and giving you trouble if you're if you're not there.
I will take it this time. We should be good. I've got I've come hell or high water. I'm going to be there.
Or we'll set up your cardboard cutout we have of you.
Oh yes, my big scary cutout. Maybe. You don't want that thing around. That thing's nerve wracking. So, Linda, as always, thank you very much, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right,
Bye.
Take care.
Thanks, Linda.
Bye-bye. All right, there is Linda Sanchez. Please, Mark, if you got time, come join us between 2 and 3:30 p.m. here on March 1st. You'll be glad you come by and visit, and I think you'll be really impressed with what she has. And then come on March 7th, right, the next Saturday, Sunday, they're going to be, I'm sorry, that is Saturday, March 7th. That'll be from 2 to 3:30 p.m. They're going to be doing a book signing of some of our famous female authors as well. And I think you're going to be around too.
Yeah, and we'll also have, in addition to the Eve Ball exhibit, we'll have an exhibit also, in addition to that, covering people like Peggy Stokes, Ernestine Chester Williams, Amelia Bolton Church, Esther Goddard. Don't mean to leave anybody out, but just being brief, just other female writers and historians from the area. We'll have an exhibit on them as well.
Yeah, so that's all for celebrating March here in Women's History Month. And then, of course, don't forget anything else. If you want to set up tours and everything, don't hesitate to reach out, RoswellNMHistory.org. If you're looking for books, some of these books we're going to be selling at the book signings. You can pick them up on our website right now, Roswell, at the RoswellNMHistory.org.
Donna Burchell has a new book out. She won't be able to make the book signing, unfortunately, but her new book, we've got it in stock.
That's the Haunted Restaurants. Yeah.
So we've got it in stock if you want.
Yeah, that sounds like, because now I want to do a food crawl of haunted restaurants around New Mexico. How many of them are still open and things like that? Yeah, that sounds right in my wheelhouse. So have a haunted sandwich at 10 different places, something like that. So, and then of course John's latest books are all up there as well too. So.
Yeah, South Springs, the South Springs Ranch book, the pictorial history, that's out. We've got it. So
good deal.
If you live in Roswell, please get one from the museum as opposed to on Amazon.
RoswellNMHistory.org, and that it helps John out, but also helps out the Historical Society too. So, and Peter Hurd prints. I know Mother's Day, Father's Day, they're not too far away too here. I know we're only in February, but they're around the corner. Get plotting, planning now. So good deal. Is there anything else we missed, John?
No, I think we covered it pretty well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate the visit always. He kind of got to sit here and look pretty most of the time. Linda did the heavy lifting today. So we appreciate you, John. We'll see you next time here. Thanks, and again, Roswell NM History, please go there and join us on March 1st. It's going to be a great event here. Good deal. Well, thank you, John.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The U.S. Embassy in Israel is telling staffers that they can leave the country if they want to, and it's urging anyone considering departure not to delay, as the threat of an American strike on Iran looms. Meanwhile, the State Department says Secretary of State Rubio will be making a quick trip to Israel next week. A UN nuclear watchdog report says Iran blocks inspectors from checking nuclear sites that were hit in the June war, and that's leaving a big gap in what the world can verify. Another round of U.S.-Iran talks may take place next week. Former President Clinton is answering questions today in the congressional Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Yesterday, Hillary Clinton told lawmakers that she knows nothing of Epstein's criminal activities. On Wall Street, the Dow down 476 points, NASDAQ off 183. More details at srnnews.com.
The conservative underground meets right now. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Everything is on the line. They want open borders. They want amnesty. They want sanctuary cities and states. They want to defund the police and dismantle the police. They want to defund the Department of Homeland Security, and that includes FEMA, that includes the Coast Guard. They want higher gas prices because they don't want energy dominance. They're championing the rights of men to play in women's sports. They don't want voter ID or proof of citizenship. They voted against the largest tax cut in history. This is not a normal party, and I just watch and wait patiently. And, I thought there might be some adjustment by the Democrats, but there's not.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
All right, you know what Pure Talk's favorite holiday is? President's Day, because they believe wireless service should only cost you a couple of presidents, just a Jackson and a Lincoln to be exact. And for $25 a month with Pure Talk, you can get unlimited talk and text, plenty of data. Compare that to their competitors. Now, the big carriers would rather celebrate Benjamin Franklin Day so they can charge your family hundreds and hundreds every month. And by the way, he wasn't even a president. Pure Talk is a veteran-owned company that supports veterans' causes. They invest in the U.S. They have a U.S. customer service team. When you call, you're talking to someone right here at home. And Pure Talk, they use the same cell towers, same 5G network. You get the same service without the inflated price. $25 a month, unlimited talk and text and plenty of data. No contract, no cancellation fee. Just dial pound 250. Say the keyword save now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250. Keyword save now. Make the switch to Pure Talk.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. We have pinpointed the moment, the stretch, so to speak, where Roswell's hopes for a second straight district tournament victory on the road turned into a fairly stress-free night for the Carlsbad Cavemen. It was in the second quarter, tied 19-19. Carlsbad Z. Huerta hits a basket. Kevin Quarles follows that with a three. Mario De Leon hits a tray, and Sanyika Green gets another three right before half. It's 30-19 at half. Carlsbad rolls to a 57-41 victory. They'll play at Hobbs for the district championship Saturday at 3. Meanwhile, tonight, boys-girls doubleheader. It's district titles on the line. Artesia versus Goddard, both games at Artesia. Girls start at 5:30, guys start at 7. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure is parked over the southeastern states, and that'll stay with us through the weekend. Really warm temperatures coming up. Mid to upper 80s for the afternoon high today. It should be sunny. Overnight will be clear with mid-40s, and then warmer on Saturday, upper 80s across the entire area, and we get sunshine. We'll stay in the upper 80s and sunny on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. The government's Producer Price Index, a measure of prices at the wholesale level before they reach consumers, rose a hotter than expected 0.5% last month. Wall Street opened lower this morning after Block CEO Jack Dorsey said his payment company would lay off 40% of its workforce, citing a shift to artificial intelligence. Shares in Block, formerly known as Square, shot up more than 20% after markets closed, following Dorsey's remarks about laying off roughly 4,000 of its 10,000 employees. Shares of streaming giant Netflix jumped 7.3% pre-market after it walked away from its bid to buy Warner Brothers' Discovery studio and streaming business. That puts Skydance Paramount in a position to take over its Hollywood rival.